AEW Dynamite. Seems like the show's barely been lit. What happened to the explosive Dynamites? I guess they're not making them the same way anymore. Dynamite tonight. The Full Gear Go-Home Show. We got MJF and Jon Moxley. They tried to sell us one last time before their main event on Saturday night for the world title. Did it work? I don't know. We got the Elite. They are back. It is confirmed they will be on Saturday's card for the Trios Championships. But what does this mean for Death Triangle? Looks like to me the Elite are coming back in full form, and the Death Triangle may be interim champions without the title. The Acclaimed music video against Keith Lee and Swerve, Sneaky Swerve. And we seen Captain Insano. And we're going to go over the entire card tonight. Also included Ethan Page and Bandito, who's going to the finals of the World Title Eliminator. We're going to talk about it all tonight on Off the Script. I got my cold beverages, man. Hopefully you guys got yours as well. I hope Tony Khan has his. Because I'm telling you right now, man, maybe he should take a seat in the Mustang, because AEW is going to need to do 100 miles an hour on the New Jersey Turnpike going into Saturday, man. That's all I will say. And when we get there, I'm going to ask TK, what the fuck are you drinking? I'll see you over there. Why has Triple H been so successful? Why is Triple H running WWE better than Vince McMahon and Bruce Pritchard on Monday and Friday night? Long-term booking. Guys, thank you so very much for joining me right here on Off the Script. This is your AEW Dynamite post show for November 16th, 2022. I am your host, JD from New York, as always, joined by my very good taco-loving friend, all the way from snowy Chicago. Jesse, what's going on, brother?
It's good with you, man. It's not snowing out here. Got like 4 flakes on the ground, bruh.
Bro, I heard it was a lot worse than that.
Oh my God!
Maybe my information was bad. I don't know.
A little bit, man. This is not snow. This is frost on the ground. This is frost, man.
Frost. It's 40 degrees in New York, man. I can't stand it. We went from 80 last week to now 40, and now it's going to be winter, and winter's officially already begun. I can't stand it.
Same. It's cold.
It's cold. You're a lot colder than I am.
Yeah, if it starts coming down long enough, it'll stick, man. But it hadn't really hit us that hard yet.
You know what ain't sticking, bro? Dynamite. Listen, there are a couple of bad seeds on Twitter that hate watch our show.
What?
And yeah, it's amazing, man. It's amazing. They hate us. They hate me, but they still watch anyway because this is the show. This is the place to be. But a couple of bad seeds. Who? Listen, man, Britt Baker cut a great promo tonight. Great promo.
A great babyface promo.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. I was thinking the same thing. Couple of bad seeds on Twitter, brother. Hate watch our show that feel like we have now turned on Tony Khan and AEW, which I find to be utterly ridiculous. As I sit here in my unwashed AEW hoodie, we still very much love AEW, but if you can't take our honest criticisms as fans, maybe you should get the fuck out, to be honest with you. Jesse, this show has not felt the same. Tonight was not a bad show by any stretch of the imagination. It just did not elicit any excitement whatsoever. Typical with these go-home shows. I mean, they've done all that they can going into tonight's show. There wasn't really much left to build upon. We did get a couple of new match announcements tonight, one very big in particular. But what'd you think of tonight's show, man? How's your overall feel of AEW? I know you texted me saying that this show felt like it was a drag for you. I know Bridgeport, Connecticut fucking sucked tonight. I mean, they weren't bad as barely alive Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania, but it honestly hasn't felt the same, bro. And I'm looking forward to MJF winning the title, and I'm looking forward to Tony Khan hitting the reset button with MJF as the world champion. I hope that is the turn that he hopefully needs for the company.
Yeah, the elephant in the room is the crowd. We all know the crowd was really, really, really bad. And I'll say this much. I did not enjoy tonight's show. I really did not. But
oh my God.
I will say this. The crowd really, really did kill the majority of the show for me. It really did.
No, I agree. Outside of the crowd, there was some to like on this show. There was actually a lot to like on this show. There was that great Trios Championship match. We got the Death Triangle against the return of Top Flight and AR Fox, who I'm a big fan of. And the Elite is back. It was announced that it will be Death Triangle versus the Elite at Full Gear for the Trios Championships. We had a great match with Bandito and Ethan Page. We got a very, very entertaining music video with the Acclaimed making fun of Keith Lee and Sneaky Swerve, who was dressed as the Repo Man. We got Captain Insano, Paul White. 5 tacos for the music video by the Acclaimed, says Jesse. And we got an MJF appearance, which is never a bad thing at all. It's just I don't really feel like I felt with previous MJF feuds, and that's okay for Jesse and I to feel that way. It is obviously off. The only people that it's not feeling off to are the elitists and the super fans who find no wrong in anything, and if they hear any negative criticism, you're a fucking hater and you're negative and you're a Paul Levesque fucking drone. But that's not the case, Jesse. I feel like Tony Khan needs to go into New Jersey at 100 miles an hour on Saturday and come out of this thing fucking just on cloud 9. Now, I don't want to make any excuses for Tony Khan and AEW, but, I do understand the predicament that he was in. I feel a lot of it could have been avoided coming out of All Out. But if you look at everything major in the company, Moxley, I don't think Moxley was going to be the champion leading into this pay-per. I know for a fact he was not going to be the champion leading into this pay-per-view. CM Punk is off television. The Elite have been off television for the majority of the Full Gear build. All of his long-term plans got fucking burned in that enormous fire at All Out. And he had to basically rewrite his major storylines, and I feel like that's what we're getting the remnants of. We're getting remnants of Plan B and Plan C. And like I said, I hope going into Saturday and coming out of Saturday's pay-per-view with MJF as champion, that whatever plans Tony Khan had are picked up on and we move forward with whatever he had originally planned, because I feel like right now he's just basically winging it until we get to that light at the end of the tunnel on Saturday.
Oh, I agree. It feels like a lot of the dynamic is really off as it pertains to the upper card. And I want to understand and give him a little bit of credit, because like you just said, dealing with the fallout from, the scrum, I mean, it's very unpredictable. I mean, you plan on Punk being your champion, you plan on this and plan on that, and it all get thrown to shit, so you have to rework shit. But I'm kind of in the belief that that's been long enough to the point where creative could have corrected this ship at this point. I really do. And I think the dynamic with the MJF babyface looking thing is kind of throwing shit off. No matter how it comes out on Saturday, even though it just feels like MJF is going to go back to being heel, and it looks like, Regal's going to turn with him and everything else. We'll see. But the buildup you're giving us to get to that point is so boring. It's so boring, man. And not only that, I'll tell you this too. This is my first time mentioning it to you. I think bringing the Elite back as a trios is a mistake. I think we need Kenny Omega as a singles at the top of the card, dealing with MJF and Moxley. And the Bucks can go back to the tag division.
Yeah,
you have enough trios competitors.
Yeah, now that you mention it, I mean, we'll cycle back to that, because I absolutely agree with you on that. But as far as Moxley and MJF, just looking at it head on, we all love MJF, and we know the match is going to be killer on Saturday. The whole show is going to be great. Don't get me wrong. The car looks stacked. Do not get me wrong. I am very excited for Full Gear. I'm not feeling how I was going into Revolution or Forbidden Door even. Forbidden Door's build wasn't even there. It was non-existent. The show was great. So I'm kind of attributing this to the same thing like I did with Forbidden Door. All Out, I felt somewhat excited about going into All Out. And I want to bring this to your attention. Maybe you agree with me, maybe you don't. With what we're seeing now with MJF and Jon Moxley, is this the storyline that Tony Khan had for Punk and MJF, with Moxley filling in for Punk right now? Would you see MJF the way we see him now in a feud potentially if CM Punk was opposing him on Saturday? Would we be seeing this MJF, or would we be seeing the real MJF?
I don't think so. Because and this is just me looking at Punk's reaction to MJF's reaction when he returned. And it really looked like that babyface reaction that he got in Chicago really hurt him.
Yeah.
So MJF, leaning towards babyface or tweener or whatever you want to call it during this run, probably wouldn't have boded too well for Punk.
No, not at all.
You can see that reaction tonight. There was some downward tone, some oohs, some maybe some boos for Moxley as it pertained to him and MJF tonight.
Yep.
Oh, we got a bomb.
We got a $100 super chat in the OTS venue from 16 Hockey Nerd Fan. Cheers to you, JD, Jesse, and the rest of the OTS family on this special night. I did not watch AEW Dynamite tonight because it's my 30th birthday, and I had some iced tea with Grey Goose. Have a good night, guys. OTS for life. You're getting another round of applause there, Hockey Nerd Fan. Happy fucking birthday, man. Let me see those birthday cake emojis in the live stream chat. Happy birthday, brother. And thank you for the $100 bomb early on this Wednesday. Now, you mentioned the Elite, Jesse. I am happy that they're back. I think the show desperately needs their energy.
Yes.
But what you said makes a ton of sense, because I'm going to cycle back to MJF in a second. And even if he does not walk out, which I don't see happening, I don't know why he would make that decision, Tony, kind of not give the title to MJF. Even if Moxley does walk out the champion, it's going to result in the same thing. So I'm gonna attribute this to both Moxley and MJF. The Elite, bro, coming back, trios championships, Death Triangle, Full Gear. I don't like the makeup of the match because it's very unfair to Death Triangle. Now, I think we're all under the assumption that the Elite are going to win this match. They're not coming back to lose. So the way I see it is transitional champions in Death Triangle, and Tony Khan basically made them interim champions without actually using the term interim on TV. And now the Elite are back, and we're going to get a tremendous match on Saturday night. No doubt about it. Maybe match of the year candidate on Saturday night. And they're going to win the Trios Championship. Is that where their value lies? Because if you look at the main event scene, if Moxley walks out, who does Moxley have as a top-tier contender going into the next pay-per-view? Nobody. I really can't see anybody right now on that roster that is going to get me excited for a main event at the next pay-per-view. If MJF walks out as the champion, he probably will turn heel or go back to what we know MJF to be. But who, as a babyface, outside Moxley, is MJF going to oppose at the next pay-per-view to really make it, a mega main event? So right now they're in the same dilemma. And if you put Kenny Omega back in the main event scene, healthy now, 100% or close to 100%, I think that would change the entire complexity of the main event scene on Dynamite. And that's exactly what they need. Because right now, to me, it's ice cold.
It is. It really is. And not only that, they have another dilemma they have going on right now. Moxley is already a 3-time world champion.
Yeah.
He just got this title back soon after the last pay-per-view. And now, from what everybody's, predicting, it looks like he's going to lose it again. I'm not okay with that. Just for the simple fact of you're making his title reigns mean nothing. And you look at the Elite with these trios titles, they held the debut of the trios titles, waiting for Kenny. Kenny get back, got himself suspended with the Bucks, put him on Death Triangle, bring him back, and now they're supposed to win him again. I'm not a fan of just hot potatoing titles. I'm really, really, really against it, and there's no reason for this. I understand it threw this whole situation threw a wrench in your plans, but you just got to refocus and reshift and push everything down the line. I don't want Moxley to be a 4-time champion, going into another year or so. And the trios titles just feel like you just made them for the Elite because you are really hell-bent on putting these damn trios titles on the Elite.
Yep.
It's not, it's you're forcing it. I don't think you have to force it. You have enough to just let it play out down the road. You can get the trios titles back on the Elite later. You can have Moxley lose to MJF later. To be honest with you, I wouldn't have booked this match with MJF and Mox this soon.
Well, I
would have came up with another opponent for Moxley for this pay-per-view, and then had Max go into the next one.
If MJF wins the title, which I hope he does on Saturday, I think that will erase your problem with Moxley becoming another champion, or with another championship. We're a 4-time champion right now. He's 3-time champion. I don't think anybody's going to win the championship if the MJF wins. He's going to hold that for the entire run that he's on until his contract supposedly is up in 2024. He's not losing that championship at all. He will be the guy to carry that brand and that show through all of 2023. But as far as the Elite, I don't know what Tony Khan has planned. I know we've seen a couple of vignettes. We'll probably get another vignette on Friday on Rampage, which is live on Friday night. We've seen vignettes about the House of Black returning. If the Elite are going to win the championships, we've also been seeing teases of Pac, with the hammer and, the Death Triangle not wanting to use nefarious means to win matches. So, there is an opening for them to really make sense of it and take the titles off the Death Triangle without making them look really like schmucks, basically holding the championships for the Elite. They could break them up with Pac wanting to cheat and then the Lucha Brothers not really for that, and then that costs them the title. But after the match is over and the Elite win, bro, the House of Black needs to step in, and we need to see weeks and months of television leading to an eventual trios match at the next pay-per-view. We need to see Malachi in there with Kenny. We need to see, Buddy Matthews and Brody King versus, the Young Bucks, or any combination of those three guys against the Young Bucks. That's what's going to be the mega feud going into the new year, and that's what needs to be. If that is the plan and the direction, I have no problem with the Elite winning the championships. Again, Full Gear is going to serve itself as a reset. Now we're getting the House of Black back on television. That is the perfect way to reintroduce the House of Black throw them right into the mix with the Trios Championship. So there are ways that they can work themselves out of this and really make it exciting coming out of Saturday's show.
Yeah, so let me ask you this, though. So MJF wins a title. Let's say he wins a title on Saturday.
Yeah.
Who does he feud with?
I just asked that. There is no babyface. Honestly, we could see Claudio, we could see Bryan, but, I mean, those are the biggest names that he's got as far as a babyface. You know, obviously everyone's going to point to Wardlow, but you can't do that now. You have to win. It's going to be at least another 12 to 15, maybe 18 months before we see something like that. It's not ready for it yet. Yeah, the world is not ready for it yet.
No, Wardlow was ready coming out of his MJF feud. Not now.
No.
Not now.
No, Bryan and Claudio are the only ones, to be honest with you. Ricky Starks, Darby Allin, Jungle Boy. I mean, those are easy. Those are go-tos. And, you know, MJF has had great matches with Darby and great matches with Jungle Boy, but is it going to sell big pay-per-view numbers? That's the thing. What has he got planned? His big pay-per-view numbers went out the window with CM Punk. That was the big fucking draw there for the World Championship. Right now, honestly, the way the World Championship scene looks, it's the weakest it's been in a long time on AEW television. And these things are genuine concerns. If they were not, it wouldn't be on my list of things to talk about. Who does he have lined up? You have to start thinking long-term now. There is nobody. There's nobody. There probably is somebody, but it's not going to be somebody that's overly exciting.
Yeah, but this is why bringing Kenny back to be in the Trios title feud is a mistake.
See? Yeah.
That's not what I mean. He is sorely needed as a single in the main event scene. Him and Don need to get out there and do what they do. And I mean, I don't know if Moxley retains, I can see Moxley and Kenny going into a feud. If MJF wins, I don't know who he feuds with, man, because I can't see this guy staying as a babyface. I really can't. I cannot. And he needs to be a heel. So I don't know where they're going with this. Unless it's for the rematch. Unless it's for a rematch with Moxley.
A lot of people in the chat are saying Ricky Starks.
Ricky Starks is not ready, and he's still feuding with the Hobbs, no?
Yeah. Hangman. How many times is Hangman going to get a World Championship match?
Hangman, no.
He's gotten so many World Championship matches and failed at World Championship matches. You wouldn't put him in another World Championship match because he's Adam Hangman Page and he's a big baby face? He's lost.
Yep. It's not work. You have not booked him strong enough. So nope.
There is nobody. Starks is not ready. Omega's always ready. Hangman, seen it. Bryan deserves a fucking beach chair in the sun too, you know? I mean,
Bryan would be great. If to me, it feels like Bryan does not want to be put in that spot.
I don't blame him.
Because he could have been put there a long time ago.
I don't blame him. Adam Cole, why would you want to see Adam Cole lose to MJF? Everybody that's going to go up against MJF needs to be, it's a sticky situation. It needs to be somebody that's going to do the job, be great at it, and have it be a mega main event, but also is not going to be the world champion, you know? Adam Cole, you're going to put Adam Cole against MJF? I'd love to see it, but it's not going to happen. Adam Cole's not winning the world championship.
MJF's title run has all the makings to come off as a failure already.
Genuine concerns.
There's nothing in his future for him.
Genuine concerns. This is why I'm afraid maybe they put the title, they keep the title on Jon Moxley.
So I
don't think the fans in New Jersey are going to really care for that.
I think they need to
keep the title on Jon Moxley.
Yeah, I do. For right now, I mean, it serves two purposes. I mean, one, you give Moxley a better title run, make him a little bit more legit rather than the guy that's just holding it to the next pay-per-view. And MJF is always going to be MJF. The fans are going to watch him chase whether he's a heel or a babyface, and hopefully it's a heel. And a heel MJF with babyface Moxley still while he's still chasing. I'd rather see that than Moxley lose it yet again. It's be the second pay-per-view in a row where Moxley lost the damn title.
Yeah.
You're killing this guy, man.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, how much are you investing into Moxley to book him so weak? He has to be a strong champion, man.
We got another $100 bomb from Nick motherfucking Williams, man. Oh, my goodness. First off, MJF should not be babyface, period. That's number one. Number two, Jesse, I agree Kenny Omega needs to focus on singles competition. 3, stop showing Ring of Honor on AEW TV. I want to see AEW wrestlers, not Ring of Honor wrestlers, shoved down my throat. If MJF does not win, then I'm a rant myself, says Nick Williams with the $100 bomb. Thank you, Nick Williams, as always, brother.
Yes.
VIP in the venue. Yes. Kenny Omega should absolutely focus on singles competition. I think that's where his value is right now. I don't know why they did not. Maybe we get that. Who knows? Maybe the Death Triangle end up winning. I have no fucking idea. More than likely not, but I think that's the best way to go about it. But yes, there are a lot more questions. There are a lot more concerns than positivity and answers coming out of the MJF and Jon Moxley situation. We will see what Tony Khan decides to do on Saturday, but the issues and the discussion is definitely there. So it's going to be very interesting to see play out.
Yeah, it'd be weird to have the Bucks come back and just win the trios titles. I mean, they haven't been on TV at all in the build-up or anything like that. Just show up and just win. It would. I could see them coming back to try to win the titles and then something happening, something going wrong, something else happening. Something else that would be a catalyst to form the direction that they actually want to go in. Because maybe it just makes more sense to have them come back and try back for the trios titles that they, never lost.
Mm-hmm.
And now that they wrap that up with a loss to Death Triangle, then they can have them go on and do the things they're going to do. Maybe we get that.
Yeah.
And not only that, it helps solidify Death Triangle as a formidable trios champions.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see. It's going to be very interesting to see what he's got up his sleeve, does TK. The other big thing that happened tonight was Saraya and Britt Baker. Not in the same ring, but both in backstage promos to one another. Paige, or Saraya, I should say, was interviewed by Renee, and Britt cut a promo basically by herself to the live audience. I thought Saraya was very short, sweet, and to the point, and we didn't really need to hear much of what she had to say. She said everything that she needed to say last week in that great promo she cut against Britt Baker. Britt Baker's promo was great last week, but it was better this week. And Jesse, it definitely had baby face overtones to it. And it's something that I was actually A, surprised by, and B, kind of worried about at the same time because, this audience is very fickle. These AEW fans are very fickle, and Britt has made assumptions to that in her promo work as of late in this feud with Saraya. They are very fickle. The fans love you one week, and then they turn on you the next week. With this babyface promo and the wording that Britt used and the whole picture that Britt painted, wrestling in Jacksonville, in Daly's Place, being the light during a dark time for the wrestling world during the pandemic, and that she was there every week, and she's the division, she's the heart and soul of AEW, she's the face of AEW, this is her house. The wording that she used, bro, it's not Britt. Heel Britt, it's real Brittany, speaking to us, speaking to the audience. Is that going to have any effect on how the fans react and receive this match on Saturday? Because after what Britt said, I mean, there's nobody that's listening to her speak that's going to deny what she said is not true. And it's very powerful stuff to a point where most of the audience is going to agree with her. Could you see the fans turning on Saraya in light of Britt Baker after what she did tonight?
Yes. I mean, for a couple of reasons. One, like you just said, that the promo that she cut, Britt Baker, was very babyface-esque. I mean, the way she cut it and the things she said. Are we supposed to garner sympathy for her? Because that's kind of how the promo felt, And not only that, Saraya's crowd reactions have already been lukewarm at best. So this promo by Baker is not going to help that at all. Because, it feels like the crowd is going to get behind Britt Baker in this, and it's not the dynamic that they're aiming for, I don't believe. I could be wrong.
This match is going to be very interesting on Saturday. It's either going to be highly, highly, highly receptive. People are going to love it. People are going to think, oh, my God, Saraya is so great. She hasn't missed a beat in 5 years and blah, blah, blah. Or it's going to be under a microscope, and it's going to be dissected heavily, and people who don't like her or don't like Britt or don't like anything coming out of the women's division are going to claim that it's the worst thing that they've ever seen, and that this was a waste of money for Tony Khan to sign Saraya to the company, and, you know, she's back and she's not good, and blah, blah, blah. This was a waste of time. It's going to be very polarizing on Saturday. I know it already. I feel it. And I got to prep myself just to, you know, get ready for it, because I know no matter what I say, it's going to fucking not resonate with some people. But how do you see the match coming off on Saturday, Jesse? Are you worried about Saraya, outside the crowd reaction, that is? Are you worried about Saraya and what she's going to be able to deliver? Are you confident in Britt leading her to a good match? What you feeling going into this? I'm excited to see what they do and what they produce, but, you know, I'm not expecting some fucking 5-star Mac Classic here.
No, I mean, so it's all about Saraya and you know, the ring rust and what she's able to do or not do as far as bump wise or spot wise. If you're asking me to predict how the flow of the match is going to go, I'm going to say it's not going to be that good. You know, and in simple fact of, I mean, if I'm producing this match, I'm going to err on the side of caution before I'm trying to put on, you know, a 5-star classic. I think it's important that Saraya comes out of this match unscathed. Yeah. I mean, that's the important thing right now. She just want to get in there and get her feet wet, get in a high profile match, and get in the ring with someone she can work with. You know, Britt Baker will be fine for her. She'll be safe for her. And as long as everything goes off without a hitch, I think that's what's important. There's nothing on the line here. We all know that Saraya is going to win. It's just a matter of how she comes out of that match. I mean, she just needs to come out of it healthy. And that's all I want to see. Yeah.
We don't know. You know, we don't know what's going to happen in the match. Anything can happen. But needless to say, I'm excited to see what they produce. And hopefully it really stands up to all the level of hype. And it stands up to, you know, the big introduction, or I should say reintroduction of Saraya in AEW after all these years of being away. Hopefully it goes off and we get a decent match out of it. That's all we can ask.
What if Thunder Rosa comes back?
I don't know.
And costs Britt Baker the match. And that's why Britt Baker's leaning towards babyface, because Thunder Rosa is going to come back as heel.
Listen, I think that's a great idea. I think that needs to happen. I think we need to move on from this Thunder Rosa world champion leading the division bullshit. I think, like you said last week, I think Toni Storm needs to beat Thunder Rosa and really solidify herself as the woman in that division, the champion. Yeah. I hate the fact, because Toni's been there every week. She's wrestled. Yep. She's wrestled every week, almost every week. She's wrestled on Dark. She's wrestled on Rampage. She's wrestled everybody in the division as interim champion. I think it's about time we start calling her champion and not interim. So, listen, I think we're coming up to the time where, you know, Thunder Rosa said, hey, give me a couple of months. It's coming up to that time. I think we need to move on from that. I love that idea. I think that would be great. And a Thunder Rosa heel turn would be a nice fresh coat of paint on someone that right now isn't really resonating at all with the audience. So I'd love to see that myself.
Yeah, it'd be something. It'd be something, because everything's just falling flat right about now.
Yeah. It's not the only, I mean, everything is falling flat in AEW. Yes. It's not hitting. The only thing that's really over, the only thing that is tremendously over is the Acclaimed. And that's it. You know, everything else is just there. Even MJF did not get a reaction like we have been seeing in Bridgeport, Connecticut. It's just very sad.
This babyface shit has turned people indifferent.
Yes.
You know, when I go see a live AEW show and Maxwell Jacob Freeman is in the ring, I want to be insulted.
Yes.
I want him to shit on my city. I want him to shit on everything going on around him, and I want him to shit on his opponent. I don't want to see him. This dynamic doesn't feel right. You are literally doing a 180 from everything that made him who he is today.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I made this comparison before, but it feels like Austin turning heel with Vince at WrestleMania. It has that feeling. Like this should not be happening right now. Like, what is happening right now?
I think everybody agrees. Everybody agrees with you. We've been saying this for weeks. Like I've said it on Twitter several weeks ago. MJF should not be a babyface. It's fucking ridiculous to me. No. And that's where the indifference is coming from. And you don't want that on your show. And that's going to make Tony Khan look like a fucking geek because it's gonna play off to the audience like he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. And MJF should be the easiest fucking guy on his roster to go out there and creatively write for and book. And what the fuck are we doing? This Firm shit is garbage.
Oh my God, it's bad.
This Firm shit is fucking dog shit. What are we doing?
It's bad.
Listen,
really
listen.
bad.
Nobody wants to hear the fucking honesty anymore. This is the fucking problem with the community. Jesse's always been honest even with me. Jesse's one of my best friends. He's always honest with me. I would not want it any other way. If I fuck up doing something, Jesse's gonna fucking let me know, and it's up to me to listen or not. I do listen, and I accept it. That's the way I want. I would not want it any other way. The reason why he's on this show is because he's gonna be honest with you. I would not have it any other way. This Firm shit sucks. Even John Moxley, Jesse, alluded to in his promo tonight, the worst ending to a ladder match I've ever seen in my entire life. That was a shoot. That was a legit shoot.
This is bad.
Nobody gives a fuck about Lee Moriarty. Get him out.
No.
This shit sucks. He doesn't belong there. Get him the fuck out, okay? Morrissey, someone like that, how he's here, and this is what they're doing with him. Are you fucking serious? When we need people for Wardlow to fucking wrestle for the TNT Championship, Morrissey's hanging around Lee Moriarty. Ethan Page is great. Get him out of there. We don't need him in there hanging around. He's great on his own. And Stokely, I mean, come on, bro. If this is not leading to MJF using these guys and all of it is one big fucking coup, I don't know what the fuck we're doing here, but this shit sucks.
It's bad. And it's all creative because when Stokely showed up in AEW, we were all about it. Like, this is great. Good. This guy's a fantastic mouthpiece. Do this, it'd be great. Somehow the creative they came up for him, it sucks. It sucks. I'm not interested in when Stokely Hathaway comes out. I seriously cringe and don't want to watch. I mean, it is bad. I'm sorry, man. It is really bad. And it should not be bad because he's really good.
I don't think Tony Khan knows how to book a fucking stable. There's no impact coming from the Firm. None. And listen, I don't want people to jump on my case and Jesse's case for being Triple H marks, but I'm going to use them as an example. Look at Judgment Day. Judgment Day is probably one of the best things about Monday Night Raw. Could Judgment Day be better than what they are? Sure. But look at what Judgment Day are and look at the stories that Judgment Day has been in and look at what they did with Edge and Beth Phoenix at Extreme Rules. I don't think Tony Khan knows how to book a fucking group. Just follow the simple, formulaic way of booking a group. They come out, they attack in packs, they attack in numbers. That's all we see. And there's no name value in any of these fucking groups. The name value you had was MJF, but now you want to present them around and parade them around as a fucking babyface and not working with them. So their value went down to fucking nothing. There's zero value there. No. Why do I care? Why?
I don't.
What are we doing here? The Firm. I don't get it.
And I love how people, like you said when we started, if we don't like the show, then we're WWE dick riding. This is very relevant in today's day and age because these are the people who blindly follow someone regardless of the shit that they say and do. I don't do that here. We don't do that here. We don't blindly follow and support anyone. If it's great, we're going to call it great, man. And we will continue to call it great until it's not. Because when it's not great, we're going to call it not great. And when it sucks, we're going to say it sucks. That doesn't mean we're dick riding anyone. If we watch WWE and it sucks, we're not dick riding AEW. It's just the product that's bad. You guys need to stop blindly following anyone or anything or any company. Think for yourself. Have your own opinions and then go from there. Don't think what people tell you to think.
That's the problem. People surround themselves with other people that have the same opinion as theirs, and they combat nothing. And then everybody like me and Jesse, when we say something that they don't necessarily agree with or it doesn't fit their narrative, we're looked at as, oh, they're negative, they're haters, they're dick riders of Triple H now. Motherfucker, I've been a Triple H mark since early NXT Black and Gold, okay? So pardon me for me being right after all these fucking years about wanting his methods on the main roster. Vince is gone. You know what I'm for? You know what I stand for? Good booking. You know what I stand for? Good quality pro wrestling. some of this shit is not sticking with me, and that's fine. It may stick with you. Fine. It is what it is. But that doesn't mean I can't come on my fucking show and tell you that the shit sucks. The firm sucks. Get them the fuck off television and get MJF back to being MJF. Like Jesse said, I want MJF to fucking call me a fucking video game virgin and fucking get on with the show. That's all I want.
That's it.
That's it. That's what I want. That's what the fans want. The reaction right now, how could you sit there and live with the fact that MJF is getting lukewarm fucking reactions? How?
I do not want to cheer MJF.
No. I'm going to cheer him anyway because I love the fucking prick that he is.
Yeah.
You know, but I don't want the audience to fucking I don't want to hear fucking cheers for MJF. No. I don't.
This guy, remember, think back a half a year, a few months, a year ago. This guy would come out, his music would hit, and the fucking boos would give you goosebumps. Give you the chills. The crowd stood up and raged in boos. That's what we want. That reaction. People come out, this guy hold up his fucking pinky finger ring, people ready to throw shit. That's who we want. That's who we had. And you took it from us. Not sure why, but we don't like it.
Maybe it's all he did say, you know, He did talk about the devil, and you know the devil will reveal himself and all this other shit. You know, I hope that's the case. But even if he doesn't end up aligning with the firm, I don't want to fucking see them on television in their current state. Just get them the fuck out of there. And we don't. MJF doesn't need anybody. MJF just needs a microphone. That's about it, and the fucking world title at this point. But
no, they don't need Morrissey or Moriarty. Make them a tag team. I even pitched bring Enzo back and put him with Morrissey, man.
Yeah.
It would be interesting. And Enzo, as far as I know, as far as I've heard, he's been keeping his nose clean on the indies.
And he looks great.
Bring him back, man.
What are we doing?
Bring him back. Make them a team. Enzo is gold on the microphone and creative. They can come up with something creative for the tag team, and they can get over, and we can see those two versus the Acclaim.
Yeah. Now you're giving them ideas. Imagine that. Anyway.
Awesome.
We're gonna get into the show quickly. I just want to go over a couple of things for you guys that is going on in the OTS realm. If I got it queued up on my stream deck here, let me see if I still have it. I think I do. We got new exclusive merchandise, guys. Okay, I want to show this on the screen. Lucharillas and Off the Script have joined forces. This is a relatively young startup company. They do amazing work. The artwork is incredible. If you guys want to go and get this limited edition exclusive shirt, it will only be available for 3 weeks. Lucharillas.com. You guys are going to type in Off the Script or JDfromNY in the search box on their website. It'll show right up. You guys got 3 weeks to get this exclusive design. I want to thank them for such a great piece of artwork. So if you guys want to go get that t-shirt, it is now available on Lucharillas.com. Available for 3 weeks. Say again? Yeah, that's JD Rilla, bro. JD Rilla, and it's all about what the fuck are you drinking and the cold beverages, man. So make sure you guys go and get that at lucharillas.com. Follow me on social media at JDfromNY206.
Back to these awesome shirts, man. Hold on. So, is this the front and back of the shirt?
The front of the shirt is the little crest plate.
Yeah,
and the back. And the back of the shirt is the full-fledged figure. Yeah,
that's an awesome shirt, bro.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's available. Go get that. Follow me on social media at JDfromNY206. That's Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Cameo. You guys can follow Jesse at ChyTownSmark on Twitter as well. Bro, what's going on with Dark, your streams, and this PS5 giveaway, man? What's going on with that?
Bro, remember a couple of weeks ago when we had that fucking lit-ass Dark Elevation that was better than Raw?
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit's over, bro.
I figured.
That gravy train has passed.
Yeah, I figured.
I mean, I'm here to be honest with you, man. And we had that 1 week where Dark was fucking awesome, and I came here and sung its praises. But now it's just, and again, and this is the broader audience, and maybe someone's listening. With Dark, we don't expect TV quality shows. Just give us something and sprinkle some continuity in it.
Yeah,
that's it. That's it. We used to have the enhancement talents come out. They get their entrances. and then they got time in the ring to get their shit off, and they got time to get people invested into them. That was great. You know, now we just got guys standing in the ring, and then guys come out and they treat him like Braun treated fucking Chin guy, and that's boring. That's boring. Give us like interest. I want to root for these jobbers, man. I want to root for them to try to at least do something interesting to get a deal. That's when Dark was interesting. So that would be great. Also, the PlayStation 5 giveaway is starting to wind up. December 2nd, Friday, for the Rampage review, we will raffle off a brand new 825 gigabyte PlayStation 5 disc version.
Oh my goodness.
Disc version. Try to go buy one in the stores today. Not happening, bruh. Not happening. Join me on this channel and find out more details.
Also, guys, make sure you guys hit that thumbs up. I need 1,000 likes minimum. No questions asked. If you guys agreed with any of the topics that we discussed already, and you think MJF should stay heel and be a heel, I think I'm gonna need you to hit that thumbs up. So make sure you guys go and do that. Super chats are open. Get them on in. We got a couple $100 bombs already, and new memberships. Get them on in, man. We're always accepting applications to the OTS venue. Become a channel member today on Off the Scripts. Jesse, we're going to start off with the opening match. We had the Ring of Honor World Champion in Chris Jericho, the Ocho, and Sammy Guevara teaming up against Bryan Danielson and Claudio Castagnoli. This was a very good match. I love the ending to this match, and surprising to see that Jericho tapped out clean. This was no bullshit. There was no outside interference from any of the other JAS members. This was clean in the center of the ring. Now, he did try to use Floyd the Bat, but Claudio got the big Claudio swing on him. So Guevara and Danielson are in towards the end of this thing. They made hot tags. They had to stare down. Danielson leaned over Guevara with some nasty forearms and really was going at Guevara with some Bryan offense strikes and some kicks. Guevara went to go rake for the eyes. He looked for the GTH. Danielson rolled through into a label lock. Guevara got a rope break to break the label lock. They went up to the ropes. Guevara bit Danielson in the face, and then he hit a super cutter off the top rope, which looked great. Jericho then comes in, hits a lion salt right away. Claudio broke things up as Jericho went for a cover. Danielson and Jericho both tried to charge, and then they collided for a double down. Danielson made another tag. Jericho was, in the ring, but he was more worried about winning the match, so he went for Floyd, the baseball bat, and he instead took the bat and not tagged Guevara. Danielson took out Guevara with a dive. Claudio comes in, gets Jericho on his back, big swing. Jericho tried to take a swing at him in the swing with the baseball bat. He took the bat, and he locked on the sharpshooter, held the bat over his shoulder, and that was it. Jericho tapped out to the sharpshooter and Claudio as Bryan and Claudio win this match going into Saturday's pay-per-view. I thought the match was great. There is absolutely never going to be an instance where we say anything negative about Jericho, or Sammy in the ring, or Bryan or Claudio. I love all four of these guys. They're great, okay? The Ring of Honor stuff, everything outside of Jericho sucks. Jericho has done great with the Ring of Honor Championship. I'm very much looking forward to seeing what he does at Final Battle and who he defends that title against. That is very interesting to me. I think the storyline with what he's doing, disgracing the title and disrespecting the title, I love it. And I love the whole storyline. This match should be great on Saturday, Jesse. A fatal four-way. It's going to be interesting to see Bryan and Claudio mix it up as they are vying for the World Championship. It's going to be interesting to see Guevara and Jericho. There may be a little tease of a breakup of the Blackpool Combat Club. There may be a little breakup of the JAS. But outside of that and our love for these guys, after Saturday, bro, I think you can agree. I want to see less of Ring of Honor, and I want to see Jericho build towards Final Battle, and I want to get this shit off of Dynamite because we are really now starting to move away from AEW focus, and most of this shit is Ring of Honor. Like half of the show, bro. I don't want to say all of it. Half of the show is Ring of Honor focused.
It is. I mean, I'm not enjoying anything Ring of Honor. Even Jericho as champion, and I love Jericho. It's just that I don't care about that title. And if Jericho was holding it, I can't sit here and say Jericho's doing a great job with it because I'm not invested in it. I really don't care. Anytime Jericho's on my television, it's a great night of wrestling. All right, let's get that straight right now. But it's just this ROH stuff. It's they're trying their best to get this shit over, and the overwhelming reaction from everyone around is just that it's bringing the product down.
Yes.
It's bringing the product
I wonder
down.
if Tony Khan knows that. I wonder. I know he hears it. I know he sees it. I wonder what he's thinking when he hears it and sees it.
I refuse to believe this is a company that has their fingers on the pulse and they know everything going on with their community, but they don't know how negative everyone is about ROH. So they know. They absolutely know. Maybe he has a plan for it. I mean, it's not the kind of thing you can just stop, drop, and change overnight. So maybe there's a plan for it. Their pay-per-views. So the AEW pay-per-views is normally a pretty hard reset because they only get pay-per-views like every 3 or 4 months or so.
Yeah.
So we got a pay-per-view coming up Saturday. Maybe we look at another hard reset here and things go back to normal. Maybe MJF goes full heel. Maybe Kenny goes singles. Maybe the Bucks goes for the tag. I mean, maybe things can be reset to normal after this pay-per-view. So hopefully.
Yeah, we have, I'm trying to find, when is that Ring of Honor pay-per-view? I believe it's it's December 10th. Final battle is going to be December 10th. It's the same day as the NXT deadline show that WWE is putting on. I don't know what's going to happen on that show. I don't know what Tony Khan's planning on booking for that show, but I hope to fucking Christ that he does announce an imminent TV deal wherever, whatever time for Ring of Honor, and we get this shit its own fucking show and its own roster. That's all I want. Because I do feel, and I say this every week, and I feel like I'm the fucking beacon of the fucking voice of the community here, fucking yelling this shit at the top of the mountain every fucking week. It's hampering the fucking show.
It is.
It's not making the show. It doesn't feel like AEW. And that's one of the primary reasons.
Even hardcore ROH fans, before the company was bought, they're not enjoying it. No one's enjoying it.
No
one's enjoying it. AEW fans, ROH fans, the only people that are enjoying this are the WWE shills because they see how bad it is.
Maybe we get Adam Cole versus Chris Jericho. I don't know. Somebody said in the chat, Adam Cole versus Chris Jericho will be a dream match. Yeah, it'd be a great match.
I'm seriously starting to wonder how bad Adam Cole's concussion issues are.
It may be bad.
It sounds like it's very, very bad.
Plus the labrum issue.
Yep.
I don't know.
I'm kind of concerned, man. I hope he can make a full recovery.
Jericho's great. The Ring of Honor shit is not. Black and white video shown of Darby Allin in a body bag being picked up by Sting. Sting picked up the body bag, put it in the back seat of his convertible. Allin gets free, sits up, gets into the front seat. Sting is driving. They all look disheveled. Darby's bleeding. Sting's hair's all fucked up. Sting says at Full Gear, it's showtime. So we cut back to Sanjay Dutt, Jay Lethal, and Satnam Singh with Jeff Jarrett backstage.
Oh, God,
Jarrett said he and Sting have not wrestled in 24 years, and at Full Gear, it will be the last time. Thank God.
Bro, you can go back and easy document me on this channel telling you how much I could not stand the pairing of Sanjay Dutt, Satnam Singh, and Jay Lethal.
I can't stand Sanjay Dutt on television, bro. I can't.
Now they added Jeff Jarrett to that.
Listen, I know we've discussed this already. Jarrett's influence and Jarrett's knowledge backstage in a backstage capacity should be something that Tony Khan utilizes to great extent, okay? Him being on television, if this is it for me, I'll be fine, okay? I'm not going to take anything away from Jeff Jarrett. He looks to be in incredible shape. He could still cut a promo. I'm sure he could still go, as we've seen. He wrestled Ric Flair. I mean, without Jarrett and everybody else in that fucking match, would have been a fucking disaster. But him being in this match with Sting, bro, I'm for some small part of me, it's actually, I'm looking forward to it to see how it plays out. I think it should be an entertaining match. I mean, Sting and Darby always deliver. Every match that they've been in, they deliver, bro. So I'm not going to take anything away from Double J here. It should be a very entertaining match. And Sting usually pulls out a couple of tricks on pay-per-view. So, I mean, if this is it, and we don't get Jarrett feuding with fucking somebody else after this, and he goes and retires back to his backstage role, I'm fine with it. Yeah. Seriously.
No, what Jeff Jarrett can bring to the table for AEW does not need to happen in the ring.
No.
Or in front of a camera every week. We had Sting out here every week with Darby. Sting didn't say shit. He didn't say shit. Darby was the one shining in that pairing. He would come out, he would get his pops, he would help support Darby. He was not the star of this. He was there to back up Darby when he needed it. And I've said this numerous times. AEW has been fantastic on the way that they've used their legends. Jeff Jarrett is the one is one that needs to be in front of a camera with a microphone for him to do what he would do best to help someone in AEW, but that's not what we want to see Jeff Jarrett do.
No.
It's really not. Sting has always been the silent, deadly assassin. Perfect. Great. He's not wrestling every night, nowhere near it. He's not cutting promos every night, and he's out there backing up the younger guy. That's what I want to see. That's what I mean by using your legends to the best of their ability. Jeff Jarrett, I would rather see him producing, doing creative, an advisor in the back, not in the ring and not in front of a camera every week.
Yeah. Well, hopefully this is it for him. I mean, anything more after this, then we're gonna have a problem. But I'll take these little skits and these promos backstage. I don't really mind it, but the match at the pay-per-view should be fine. And then after that, if we see any more of this on TV, then we'll address it then. But I'm okay with it for now. Max Caster and Anthony Bowens, they wrapped their way to the ring. Caster made references to their new video, and he mentioned a Jay Leno got burned line in there. I don't know if you guys heard this story. Jay Leno apparently had a gasoline fire in his garage where all his fancy cars, and he partially burned his face. So he's all right, but, Caster obviously had to throw that in there.
And that's why I'm going to laugh, because Jay Leno is okay.
Yes, Jay Leno is okay. We then got a new Acclaimed music video, and the video opened with Big Show cutting a promo as Captain Insano from The Waterboy with Adam Sandler. So that was nice to see. As long as we didn't see Captain Insano wrestling in the ring, I'm fine with this Captain Insano appearance.
Exactly. And This is another instance of them using their legends the right way.
And I'm sure Big Show had a fucking blast reliving his Waterboy days with Captain Insano. Bowens and Caster were in the role of interviewers, and then they cut to two geeks sitting on their couch with a Fisher-Price phone in their lap, and these guys played Keith Lee and Swerve Strickland. This guy that played Keith Lee looked very facially like Keith Lee with the same type of beard, a little bit of a dad bod, sitting on the couch, munching away on fucking fast food and whatnot. And Strickland, bro, whoever they got to play Swerve Strickland here, he looked, they call him Sneaky Swerve, so they had this guy dressed as a fucking cat burglar. They had him dressed as the Repo Man, bro.
Yeah, they
out
did.
there. So this guy had a metal brace or metal, mouthpiece in his mouth. It was funny to me. I thought this was entertaining. So they showed these two guys. They were taking digs at them, including Bowens making a reference to both Keith Lee and Swerve having little dick energy. Caster made a reference to the dirt sheets having fake stories about how great they are. They stomped the fan who asked the silly question in the crotch over and over again at the end of their music video. So I thought this was fun. It might not be for everybody, but this is the type of humor that the Acclaim bring to the table. I don't mind it, and I thought it did a great job of building a little bit more heat to the pay-per-view match. Yeah,
no, it's good. It's entertaining. We get a new video from them once every few months or so. It's fine. It's good. They're always pretty funny. They're always pretty entertaining. No notes. Awesome.
And I'm looking forward to this match at the pay-per-view. I think it's going to be one of the best matches of the entire night on Saturday. Strickland and Anthony Bowens had a one-on-one match, and this was fine for what it was. It did sell the match for the pay-per-view on Saturday. I don't really like the tag team champions in a position where they're going to lose, but, we could sit here and say, well, why did they book the match if this was going to be the outcome? Just don't book the match. You know, this was definitely a Bruce Pritchard, Vince McMahon fucking made match, bro. You got one half of the tag team champions going up against the other half of the challengers on the go-home show, and the champions lose. Anthony Bowens got pinned here by Swerve. Decent match. Swerve was working over Bowens during the break. Most of this happened during the commercial break, working on his shoulder. Landed the Swerve stomp for near fall. Swerve focused on Bowens' shoulder again, and then landed his JML driver for the clean win. 9 minutes or so, and Swerve gets the victory. Billy Gunn attacked Strickland during the entrance of the match, or I should say at the end of the music video, while he was about to start the match. Billy Gunn attacked. Referee ejected Billy from ringside, so this was pretty much all Swerve, and he gets the victory, bro. What'd you think of this?
I thought it was a good match. You know, I really did. I mean, I'm like you. It was very Bruce-like booking. You know, I mean, it's get champions losing. The tag champion. You know, you could say, well, you know, they're the tag champ, so you know they can lose. I mean, if they're a tag team, if you're a tag team member in a singles match, and that's why they lost. Well, Swerve's in a tag team.
Yeah.
Only difference is Bowen's a champion.
Yeah.
But it was fun. It was, I mean, we're not going to harp on it. I mean, for what it was fine. We know who's winning at the pay-per-view. That's why Bowen's lost here tonight.
Yes, and Swerve, hopefully on Saturday, it is the start of his breakout heel run, and he turns on Keith Lee, and we get Keith Lee in a position where he is going to be a top babyface in the company that will eventually, hopefully, challenge for a TNT title or a world championship. We got to start getting him into that position as well, because this tag team, bro, is on its way out, and we've seen the end of Swerve in our glory.
Now, this is it. There's nothing more for us to do with Swerve in our glory.
No, it's all
They're done. I could see Keith Lee being elevated to a position of main event in less than 6 months.
Yeah.
He has to feud with Swerve first, obviously. Maybe go through a few more of the mid-carders, but if treated right, I could see Keith Lee making it up to that main event scene that we were talking about earlier.
Yeah. I mean, he needs to be there. I mean, he was on the cusp of being there if they didn't fuck him over in WWE. He was there in NXT. He did a great job at it. So why not? Keith Lee is very impressive, and you just let that guy go in the ring, he's going to get over. No questions asked. Same thing with Swerve. Let him do what he's got to do. He's going to get over. Swerve is a perfect fucking heel, and I could see him even vying for a world championship somewhere down the line, TNT title somewhere down the line. Tony's got main event guys here. Hopefully he sees that, and hopefully he utilizes them after this feud is over and the tag team is broken up. Hopefully he knows what he's doing.
Hopefully.
We got a vignette airing about Jade Cargill and Nyla Rose and their match for the TBS title at Full Gear. I'm not interested or excited about this match whatsoever. Nyla Rose stole the belt. That is their way of selling us on this storyline. I don't know what type of mind games this is supposed to be. Sounds like just unwarranted theft, if you ask me. But, you know, listen, I'm not going to take anything away from Nyla Rose. We're seeing the real Nyla Rose. That's a great beginning. That's a great start. I love this Nyla Rose compared to the fucking, oh my God, I gotta be the second coming of Awesome Kong. I like this Nyla Rose because this is who she is. But I'm not excited about this match whatsoever. And this may be the worst match of the entire night on Saturday night. And that's just me being honest.
Yeah, I mean, I'm starting to poke a lot of holes in this story. Why hasn't Tony Khan ordered Nyla to give back the title that she doesn't legally possess?
I don't know. It's a good question.
I mean, we had on Dark, we had them out there ringside and everything else, and Jade comes out. Jade is the heel, and she's coming out chasing down Nyla to try to get her title back. And then I got security holding Jade back and stopping her from getting to Nyla, who has Jade's title. Why has no one said you need to give her title back? I mean, this has gone on for way too long.
I agree. Who said that in the chat? Who said that in the chat? Let me see. Somebody said it should be a buy-in match. Brad Smith, it should be a buy-in. Yeah, absolutely. I don't know why it's not the fucking buy-in. I don't know what the fuck this is doing on pay-per-view, to be honest with you. Jade Cargill is as ice cold as the fucking iceberg that fucking plowed into the Titanic, right? And she is going up against Nyla Rose, who, you know, the majority of her wins, bro, Dark, right? I don't even remember the last time she wrestled on Dynamite. And she stole the fucking title, so I guess that warrants a championship title match.
Jade's record also pokes holes in her overall storyline. She's 41, 42 and 0.
42 and 1.
42. Oh yeah. And she's and she's 42 and 0, and she's never faced Britt Baker, Jamie Hayter, Thunder Rosa. You've got 42 wins. How many women are in the women's division in AEW? How do you have 42 wins, but you have not beaten 3 of the top stars in the company? Toni Storm, who is she beating?
Listen, bro, if Jade wants to take a trip to my mother's basement, we'll talk about it. I mean, this is a serious problem here. You know,
who is she beating, man?
We could have a nice discussion over a couple old fashions. I mean, it is what it is.
I mean, seriously, it's not a good look. It's not a good look. You know, Goldberg went into this unprecedented win streak, and want to know why? For those of you who don't know why, here's the ultimate reason why. I'm gonna pull the curtain back for you guys. Goldberg went on this ridiculous, unprecedented win streak because Goldberg could not wrestle. That is the God, the honest truth. And the one thing that made him look strong and the thing that made him look like a killer was him winning. Remember the match when Goldberg went out there and faced a William Regal and got his shit pushed in, and Regal went back and exposed him and everything else and made him look weak? Goldberg couldn't wrestle. The only thing that was fascinating about Goldberg was that record. Well, here we are with Jade. There is nothing fascinating about anything going on with Jade except that record right now, because nothing else that she's doing is interesting. Nothing.
I mean, how impressive is her title run when she's beaten Marina Shafir twice?
Man.
Who else did she wrestle that I actually know? I don't know. Who was the last one she wrestled?
Was it Shafir? I think Shafir
besides that.
Oh, well, I don't know.
There you go.
I don't know.
Wow, what a title reign, man. What a Jesse of all fucking people, man, watches Dark every fucking week. He sees Jade on there more than he does on Dynamite. He don't even fucking know.
The cake says Serena Deeb. She hasn't faced Serena Deeb. You faced 42 women in AEW, and you have not faced the top women in the company at all. At all. Are you running from them? Are you dodging them?
I don't know. Whatever.
Are you being protected by the owner?
For some reason, Tony Khan of the company thinks this is doing her good. What happens when she loses the championship? She's right back to where she started. The championship in the run has not enhanced Jade Cargill at all. At all.
She's not. And once she loses that title, she literally has nothing.
Absolutely. Who said that in the chat? WTF boy. Tiffany Stratton is greater than Jade Cargill. 1,000% agree. Absolutely agree.
Man.
Where is Serena Deeb? I don't know where the fuck Serena Deeb is. Where is Serena Deeb? Where's Athena? Where's Athena?
Athena's on Dark, bro. And she's killing it, by the way, with a new heel gimmick.
Why isn't she on TV? Why do we get one women's match every week? Put women like that on TV.
Yeah, well,
Anyway. Not looking forward to it. Shivani. He's in the ring with Samoa Joe. The situation with Joe and Wardlow was a little confusing last week. I stated on this show last week that with Samoa Joe turning quote-unquote heel, attacking babyface Wardlow, that Joe was receiving chants of Joe after he attacked what was the hottest babyface in the company. So I was looking forward to seeing the type of reaction that Joe got tonight. So Joe is out there, and he gets chants of Joe, and people are cheering him, and they give him a standing ovation. I'm like, this is not good for Wardlow. This is not good for Wardlow right now. So Joe's in the ring with Shivani, and Joe said it was a pleasure and an honor to share the ring with Tony Schiavone. He said this in a way where Shivani was kind of, eyeballing him, making him a little nervous. Joe said people said it was shocking and unexpected what he did to Wardlow. Joe asked if it's shocking for a man to refuse to be a victim and you take action. He said Wardlow ran his mouth and failed to recognize the most dangerous man in the room. He said for that mistake, he paid the ultimate price. He then said he refuses to be a victim. Unlike most of the fans in the arena tonight, that got him boos. He says, they're the type who sit around and wait for the storm to hit and wait for someone to actually save them. He said, if anyone has a problem with his actions, they can take it up with him. So Joe actually got the fans, Jesse, to boo him. And I mean, I'm not going to say anything that I haven't already uttered previously in regards to Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe's fucking great. And Samoa Joe could read the room better than anybody, man. The guy's going to get fucking cheered. And he's in the ring cutting a promo. He's going to make you boo the shit out of him. And that's exactly what he did tonight. So I was glad to see the slight tide change when Joe opened his mouth, man. That made me happy.
Yeah.
So we got, Powerhouse Hobbs. Will Hobbs walked out. He said he was kicking Wardlow's ass the past several weeks, so maybe he should go to the ring and kick Joe's ass too. He threw the mic down. Joe told him to get in the ring. Wardlow then gets from behind Joe, and we have all three of these guys in a big brawl. We got a bunch of wrestlers from the locker room. We got Butcher and Blade. We got the Dark Order. We got whoever else out there. All of catering out there, basically. Bunch of wrestlers run out to pull them apart. Fans were chanting, let them fight, let them fight. Wardlow was left standing with members of the Dark Order. They backed away, and Wardlow then landed a flip dive onto all of the wrestlers that came out to break up this melee and took them all out with a big plancha over the top rope, and he was in the ring at the end of the segment. Now, normally I would shit on something like this, but I feel like with the man meat in there, like Samoa Joe and Wardlow and Will Hobbs, you're going to need more than just fucking Aubrey Edwards and Bryce Remsburg out there to break it up. So I didn't mind the locker room coming out to break this fucking pull-apart brawl.
It seems like they were really quick to get there, though.
Yeah. The one
thing they were like waiting.
The one thing I do mind about this is the fact that we're getting a triple threat match with these three. And normally I would be very excited about this. I think it should kill at the pay-per-view with the talent involved here. It should be fucking chaos. But it does seem like it is very, very last minute, Jesse. And again, I don't know how many times I can utter this. I don't know if Wardlow ever catches wind of this. I mean, the man deserves better. This TNT title is absolute fucking dog shit right now. It means nothing. They squandered his heat. And I listen, I hope he manages to get it back. I hope that, again, I hope this is all a reset. This show needs to be a fucking reset. But Wardlow is not feeling like he was, bro, back even 3 months ago. What the fuck happened here? No, very last minute. I mean, I'm not the only one that feels that way. Am I wrong? No, it feels very last minute. Listen, I would be fucking over the moon if we got a Wardlow and Samoa Joe feud built up over months leading up to the TNT title match. I would have been excited for a Wardlow versus Will Hobbs match that's built up over months. We've gotten nothing. Nothing.
And is Hobbs just here to take the fall? He's the only champion.
Yes. The Ring of Honor TV champion's going to lose. Is Wardlow going to lose? Is Samoa Joe going to walk out with 2 belts? Is Will Hobbs going to be the TNT champ? Why would you take the title off of Wardlow now and put it on Will Hobbs? That would actually do nothing for Will Hobbs. Nothing.
No.
The title is worthless right now. And Will Hobbs hasn't even been on TV in a meaningful way. Why would you give him a championship when he's receiving something that is ice cold and not going to really benefit him?
I don't know. By the way, yes, Jay did face Thunder Rosa. It was so boring, I forgot about it. So, just wanted to put that correction in there. But no, I agree, man. Why are we looking at a Wardlow and Samoa Joe match, including Hobbs, and we really don't care about it? I don't understand how we got here, because I would have paid top dollar to see this match, main event, a pay-per-view.
Yeah.
And for some reason, I just don't care.
I love Samoa Joe to death. I think Samoa Joe's great. I think Wardlow is fucking fantastic. I'm a big fan of Powerhouse Hobbs. So is Jesse. Yep. Throwing these guys into a match when Samoa Joe has no impact on AEW television at all. It's been 80% Ring of Honor and 20% Dynamite. Wardlow's been ice cold. Powerhouse Hobbs, he beat Ricky Starks and then was off TV for fucking how many weeks? Now you're just gonna throw him on pay-per-view because we got to get everybody on the pay-per-view. We need Wardlow in a match. Let me put big guy A versus big guy B and big guy C. We'll just make it a triple threat match with 3 big guys for the TNT title. I feel like we're just fucking randomly choosing names from a goddamn name generator and putting them in a goddamn match. There's no build here.
Just a big meaty man slapping meat match.
That's it. I mean, that's fine. Listen, in a strictly wrestling, I enjoy watching these guys wrestle way. I mean, that's fine. But where's the story? Oh, are we not supposed to ask for story when Tony Khan enriched AEW with long-term booking? What the fuck is going on here?
So whose title is on the line in this match?
Wardlow's.
How come Joe's title is not on the line too?
So after all the Ring of Honor complaining we did, you want the Ring of Honor TV title on the line?
I want the match to be more interesting. What if it was a 3-way elimination match and each fall counted for a specific title? I'm just trying to make it more fucking interesting.
Okay, Bruce.
It's just boring.
Okay, Bruce. Pritchard.
Oh, I'm sorry. Bruce is already here, bruh. What the? Don't Bruce me. We're getting Bruce.
I don't know. They all deserve better. Hobbs deserves better. You can't put, I'm telling you right now, you can't put the title on Hobbs. Hobbs is merely there to take the pinfall, and that's bad enough.
Yeah.
No. After all that they did with Ricky Starks, yeah, we're going to have to ask you to be the fall guy in this match, and then maybe we'll come back to you after the show's over. I mean, come on.
Guardian, I saw your tweet and your comment. That's not a shirt. That's a sweater. All right. So, sorry. Hobbs has no shirt. All right.
Yes, Hobbs, from sources that I have in the venue, Hobbs does not own a T-shirt.
Nope, no shirt. He
goes shirtless everywhere he goes. Even in the middle of the winter, man. It could be fucking brick ice cold outside of New York City, man. He goes shirtless.
I mentioned that on Twitter, and oddly enough, I had a lot of guys coming to Hobbs' defense on being shirtless. I had a lot of guys that were very adamant on and being able to articulate why Will Hobbs should be shirtless. I thought that was a little interesting.
Well, I mean, who doesn't want to look like Will Hobbs?
I mean, there you go. I mean, that's just.
Maybe they find Will Hobbs to be an inspiration, man, to go back and get into the gym and work out, you know? I don't know. This is, Will Hobbs is the type of guy that's going to fucking watch the Christmas tree lighting in Rockefeller Center, man, shirtless.
Shirtless. Wasn't he out there with a chinchilla with no shirt on, taking pictures and shit? Man?
Listen, man, it could be his new thing. I don't know. I'd love it, man, if he does it, you know? Well, watch it start catching on social media, man. They're just going to make a fucking thing out of it.
I guess so, man. Guess so.
Anyway, Britt Baker, she cut a backstage promo. We talked about this earlier. And she said Saraya said she isn't a star because she wasn't in the E. She said she talked about her 3 years in AEW. She said she was given an opportunity and ran with it until she became undeniable. She said fans all say it with her when she says DMD. She said she hasn't wrestled in MSG, but she did wrestle in Daly's place for over a year. This is where the whole promo kind of took the babyface turn. She says, they kept the fire of pro wrestling burning in the darkest times, which is an era she'll never know. She said she respects that she won, and she paved the ground for her to be standing where she is right now in this business, but the business owes her nothing. She said the business has moved on because she's stuck in the past. She said she is the heart and soul of AEW and the pulse of AEW. She said if she thinks she's above that, she can get the hell out. And then Britt closes with, this is my house. Absolutely no hint of heel Britt Baker in this entire promo, bro. And, you know, I don't know why they decided to take that route with Britt Baker. That was the oddest of choices here because now it presents Saraya as the fucking heel and Britt as the babyface. And with her coming into the company, with all the value that you need out of Saraya to build this division the right way, you want her as the star. I don't know how the fuck you're going to accomplish that with her going into this match, coming off of this promo, sounding like a goddamn heel.
A babyface.
A babyface.
So I noticed something about this promo.
Like
I noticed something about this promo that I've never noticed with any promo from Britt Baker about Thunder Rosa. She put Saraya over. She put Saraya over, even if it was just for one line. I've never heard her put Thunder Rosa over in any of her promos. Like, oh, I know, yes, you're good at this, but I'm better. No, never. Not once for Thunder Rosa.
Well, she did call Thunder Rosa Batman to her Joker on the Swerve podcast.
Oh, well.
I mean, I don't know if that's a compliment or not, but I mean, Batman's great.
Podcast, that's good. That's good.
Yeah. But it wasn't AEW television.
No. No, not the show on national television. Do it on Swerve's podcast.
No. Well, Thunder Rosa's also not Saraya, so.
No, she's not.
I don't know. I don't know what the whole idea and mentality behind this was, but I hope to God that Saraya gets the type of reaction that Tony Khan paid for with her being here. You know, I don't know how you're going to listen to this and deny Britt Baker's wrong. I mean, it's not really the way I would go, but this is the course of action that they decided to take. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
I thought it was a great promo. Don't get me wrong. Britt carried herself incredible. I thought this was a great promo. But it was the wrong promo at the wrong time for this match to be built.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's ever doubted her ability to cut a promo.
No.
That was never in question. It just feels like, like you just said, it's like she cut the wrong promo.
Yeah.
And like this was not, I mean, Saraya had the fiery look. I'm tired of talking. I just want to fucking fight promo.
Yep.
And Britt Baker's out there trying to, garner sympathy from the crowd. Like this outsider's coming in trying to take what I built for us at AEW. She's the best, wrong kind of promo.
Yeah. And I'm sure we're not the only ones that feel that way. I'm sure there's a lot of geeks who are live tonight talking about that same exact thing. Why did they decide to go babyface with Britt here? Presumably getting a negative reaction potentially for Saraya at the pay-per-view. I don't know. I guess hopefully we'll find out on Saturday and things don't get twisted at Full Gear. We got a Trios Championship. This was on the line. Trios titles were on the line. Death Triangle. This is Pac, Penta, and Rey Fénix with Alex Abrahantes. With the return of Top Flight, Darius and Dante Martin with AR Fox. This is his Dynamite debut. I'm a big fan of AR Fox, bro. I know you've seen AR Fox on Dark, man. What'd you think of AR Fox so far in AEW? Yeah.
They haven't given them a lot, man.
No? He's a 15-year veteran, bro.
Really?
Yeah. I remember watching the first time I seen AR Fox was Lucha Underground. And then he shifted over to Evolve, and I believe he was doing something with Joe Gacy over there last time I seen. But yeah, he's very influential. He's one of the I wouldn't say a big name, but I would say he's definitely one of the most influential high flyers on the indies, still not signed to a major company. So, he was big in Lucha Underground when they were around with Ricochet, playing Prince Puma, and all those guys over there. So, and then Swerve was over there as well, Killshot. Those were the days. I love Lucha Underground, but this was a very good match, and I'm glad that Top Flight is back. I mean, hopefully, Jesus fucking Christ, I hope Darius Martin can stay healthy, man. They are. Dante's great on his own, but man, nothing beats them together, man. They are a solid tag team.
And maybe Darius is getting a bad rap here because he's really only had one injury. The other one was a car accident.
Yeah.
So we'll just see how it goes. We got a promo after the show with MJF with Tony Khan in the ring.
Really?
Yeah, I wonder if we can play it. Can we play it at the end of the show on the air?
We could play the sound. We can't show anything.
Well, it's a fan shot video. With AEW own that shit too.
Probably not. No.
But just play the sound. Let's play the sound.
Well, I mean, I'll see if I can find. Where'd you find it?
I'll send it to you.
Okay. Yeah, we got the Trios Championship on the line here. This was, shocking. This was a great match between these six guys. I mean, go figure. But we got the Lucha Brothers. They're in there, and they hit a three-way drop kick on AR Fox. Cazadora big splash, moonsault combo. Gets a 2 count, and AR Fox was beaten down during the entire commercial break. He got the hot tag when we got back to Darius. He dropped Pac with a brain buster. He went for a cover, got a 2 count. Darius got a reverse waistlock on his own brother and launched him over his head as Pac nearly took out Fénix with a big kick. Stopped right before he did. Top Flight laid out Pac and Fénix with a DDT and a spinning slam, respectively, as Penta was taken out by Darius and a big dive while Dante hit his no-hand dive on Pac and Rey Fénix. Fox hit a very nice-looking inverted flip to take everyone out. Back inside, Fénix was setting up in the corner, and AR Fox hit what he calls low main pain and a big 450 splash for a 2 count. Top Flight were dropped by Pac and Penta, while Fénix hit his comeback kick. Penta hit the Fear Factor, and that was double teamed with Rey Fénix. Double stomp by Fénix with the package pile driver combo. Took out Top Flight with a dive, and Pac hit the Black Arrow, which is always a thing of beauty. 1, 2, 3 on AR Fox, and Death Triangle retains the Trios Championship. Post-match, Pac is in the ring. There's no shenanigans. There's no bell hammer. There's no dissension between the three. Pac asked the fans if they think they're stupid. Do you think the Death Triangle are stupid? He says they've seen the videos and heard the rumors. He said if there are certain individuals ready to make their return at Full Gear and they think they can march in and beat them, that's ridiculous. We got Pac pausing for a little bit because there was a little bit of an elite chant. He didn't really acknowledge it. He said if they want some, then show up on Saturday. He says they run from nobody. And all of a sudden we see a graphic with the clock down of the Full Gear wheel counting down. And we see Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks in this like fiery image. They emerge in the graphic, and we see Death Triangle versus the Elite. Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks, they're coming for the Trios Championships, and it is official at Full Gear. Pac said, finally, some transparency. He said the Elite think that they're coming for them, but let me tell you something, fellas. We've been waiting for you. I thought this was a great promo. The match should be fucking unbelievable. But we talked about this in the beginning of the show, Jesse. Obviously, you know, the way I see it is I think Pac is going to try and cheat to win with the typical shenanigans with the bell hammer. Lucha Brothers are not going to want to go and do that way. They're going to want to win honorably. It may lead to a breakup or them losing the championships. But outside that, the Elite are going to win the championships. And again, I agree with what you brought to the table. I think Kenny Omega's value is not in the trios. I think you moved the Young Bucks back to the tag team division, and you put Kenny Omega in the main event scene, and you give the trios fucking division to the House of Black. That's what it should be.
It should be. And why is he asking if the fans think they're stupid? We're not the ones booking the show.
No, the fans love you.
We're not the ones booking the show. We didn't book the Elite to come back at the pay-per-view. Why are you addressing us? Just the guy in the back.
I don't know.
Why are you booking these guys in the show and not even talking to us about it? What are we, fucking nothing to you?
I don't know.
You know, we didn't book the show. I sent you something else after I sent you the MJF.
Oh
promo.
my God, what are you showing me?
I need you to explain this shit to me.
I don't want to watch that.
I don't watch WWE, bro. I need you to explain this shit to me, please.
Why are you showing me Masse and Mansoir?
Can you explain to me what's happening in this tweet, bro?
I don't know why they're running around in their underwear, bro.
Bro, this is... Okay, just follow Mace the Wrestler and check out.
This guy probably has me blocked.
He blocked you?
Draven? No, the MJF guy. The MJF promo. Wrestling covers, I think he blocked me.
Oh, he blocked you?
Yeah, this guy.
I saw it again. Hold on. I saw it twice.
What do we watch? 2 minutes? Can we play this on the air? I don't even know if we can play this on the air. Let me see.
It's a good 90 seconds at least. But again, it's not licensed by fucking AEW, man.
Let me see. Hold on. Can I play this here? I gotta go incognito because this fucking geek's got me blocked.
Okay. Go figure. I found somebody that's fucking blocked JD on Twitter.
Yeah, go figure. Yeah, MJF Pro. Let's see. See if we play it here. Let's I go click it. I gotta go incognito. Anyways, let's see.
A lot of bullshit has gone on. A lot of bullshit. We all know it. We all know it. However, let me make something crystal clear. Me and you, we've been at odds once or twice. I'm not going to stand here and pretend that's not the case. But there's something I take issue with that I've been seeing lately. Everybody make some noise if you're a fan of professional wrestling. Now, you guys think you're wrestling fans. Imagine for 1 second, if you had the opportunity to bring your love of professional wrestling out to the world and create an alternative, would you do it? Yeah. This man right here busts his ass week in, week out to give not just you, but to give all the boys in the back an opportunity to show the world Pro Wrestling. This shit is not ballet. Every time we get in this ring, we are risking our lives. Do people understand that? And we don't take that lightly. And what I damn sure don't take lightly is somebody coming in to my company, dropping trout and taking a dump. That shit ain't happening anymore. Because this is the place. And the only reason why it's here is because of Toni fucking Khan.
I mean, what did he say that was not that was not true? I mean,
Is he wrong?
No, he's not wrong. He's not wrong.
Is he wrong?
He's not wrong at all. I mean, that's not really the MJF I want to hear, but I mean, that's the type of guy that you need to say that type of shit out there to a live audience. Yes.
I agree.
I mean,
and you notice, MJF is, been one of those guys that he gets on a live mic and he will mention anything about anything because he doesn't give a shit and he's, that hot. He hasn't mentioned shit about this whole Punk situation and this whole fight thing.
No.
Not a single word about it.
Nope.
He just it's been straight kayfabe for MJF, which tells me how heated TK really is about all of this.
Yeah. Basically. I mean, I would, wouldn't you?
Very.
Coming on in, taking a shit on what you created to give opportunities to everybody just because you think who you are, and then, no respect shown at all. Punk absolutely disrespect. I hope he's sitting at home knowing that he disrespected the fucking guy that gave him a platform after 8 years being away.
Yeah.
I mean, Tony Khan was not right in what he did. His whole mentality. I mean, his whole mentality was like of a fan, not a boss. We talked about this extensively,
Yeah.
But
I still say, obviously, I still say bringing in Punk was absolutely, definitely 100% the right move.
Yeah.
Easily. I mean, do it all over again, if you went back in time, but you just gave him too much. You gave him too much power. You gave him too much. You just need to book him a little bit better. I mean, you just gave him too much, contract wise, power wise, politics wise. You gave him too much, man.
MJF is correct in his assessment here. We don't need wrestling to be a monopoly. AEW wrestling is better with AEW around. I think everybody in that locker room appreciates, no matter where they are and where they fall on the card, and maybe you feel like you haven't been given an opportunity or such here and there, or as much as you want. But know that wrestling is better with AEW around. Nobody wants WWE to be the only game in town.
No,
nobody. That would be like me having one restaurant in town and being okay with that for the rest of my fucking life. No, I want 3, 4, 5, 6 other restaurants that I can go to that I enjoy because I don't want the same shit every fucking week.
Yeah.
It's just the way it is. If you don't like AEW, that's one thing, but don't go out there and spew to your audience that AEW is wrong for wrestling. Give me a break. Tony Khan does deserve a lot of credit. I'm not going to sit here and fucking get on my knees and bow to the guy, but he deserves a lot of credit for what he's done. Could he be doing better? Yeah, sure. Just comes with the territory. But
me personally, I'm grateful for everything he's done, and we wouldn't be here without his money.
No.
I think he should use said money to hire someone to do the job he's doing in AEW.
Yeah.
I think he should hire a president or hire someone to do his job. I think TK should write the paychecks. Maybe have final say over anything controversial or something that, needs to have his final say on. But other than that, write the paychecks and let the professionals write, book, and handle the shows.
I absolutely agree. I think Tony Khan would have a better AEW under his belt if he had a writing team or people to lean on instead of doing everything himself.
Yes. He needs to hire a Triple H.
Yes.
He needs to hire a Triple H.
Anyway, that was a great promo by MJF. I was expecting something completely different, but I mean, whatever MJF said there, you really can't refute what MJF said to the fans and about Tony Khan. We got a Ricky Starks promo. Talked about how Lance Archer attacked him a week back, but this Friday he's ready to face him. Says he doesn't talk in ifs, ands, or maybes. He says he talks in absolutes, and he will beat him on Rampage. Now, this is a first round match, if I'm not mistaken, correct? A first round match. I thought the finals were taking place at the pay-per-view.
I don't remember. I'm zoned out of this tournament, man. Because the winner, what is the winner gonna do?
They wrestle Ethan Page.
No, of the tournament.
They get a World Championship match at Winter is Coming.
And what are they gonna do?
They're winning this tournament to end up being a loser.
Thank you.
So, and we talked about this last week. I mean, this tournament was fucking put together basically for Ricky Starks or Ethan Page, and that was it. And they're basically putting a tournament together to fucking crown a loser. Because if MJF wins, nobody's beating MJF. If John Moxley wins, nobody's beating John Moxley. So it's like, what's the fucking point?
So no one from this tournament is winning shit. So why? I mean, not that we want another Money in the Bank type situation or, the poker chip situation or whatever, but it would at least bring a little bit more unpredictability to it if the winner got a title shot whenever they wanted. That's not what we want from this tournament. But I'm just saying, whoever wins this tournament is not winning shit in regards to their world title. So if it was for a shot at like Wardlow's TBS title,
TNT title.
Well, whatever.
Network title. Whatever.
Titles don't mean shit, man. They really don't. I mean, if they has a better shot at winning, and it'd be a possibility. Right now, I mean, you just show me who's going to be the next loser of the world title, and it's just not interesting to me.
Well, Ethan Page wrestled Bandito. This was easily the best match of the entire night, in my honest opinion. This was an eliminator tournament match, semifinal. Bandito loses in about 9 minutes to Ethan Page. I don't know how I feel about that, bro. Bandito looked fucking great in this thing. I thought Bandito really woke up the crowd that was absolutely void of any excitement whatsoever. Bandito woke them up with his high-flying offense. He had hit some of his spots. He had that big power slam, that big delayed suplex he does. I think he gorilla press slammed Ethan Page at one point with one arm, flying off the top rope. He had a big tornado for a close 2 count. Page then saw his 21-plex coming. I love that move by Bandito, that big snap suplex that he does, 21-plex. And then he hit a cutter of his own for a 2. Page went for the Avalanche Ego's Edge, the same thing that he did to beat Eddie Kingston last week, but Bandito countered into a beautiful Super Hurricanrana and one-handed, like I said, gorilla press slam. Bandito hit a top rope frog splash, did the Eddie Guerrero off the top. He got a 2 count. Crowd was into it at this point. Goes to show you how great both guys are. Each man cut the other off until Page finally saw an opening, hit the top rope body slam, a diving shoulder tackle, and then he goes for the Ego's Edge, and he hits it 1, 2, 3, and Page advances to the finals. Goes to Full Gear to wrestle whomever is going to be in this thing. I think we still got Brian Cage and Dante Martin, and we got Ricky Starks and Lance Archer still left. I don't know when we're going to get these matches with one show left to go. Maybe we get them both on Rampage. But I don't like Bandito losing his fucking second match in, bro. What is he here? He's not even here for half a cup of coffee and a fucking scone, and he's already losing his second match in.
They don't have plans for him, man. They don't have plans for the top of the card. Fucking think they got plans for Bandito? They don't know what they're fucking doing with him.
I mean, I get that this tournament is more than likely going to go to Ricky Starks or Ethan Page, but we talked about this last week. Why are we setting up Bandito to ultimately lose matches when he just signed the contract? How are we going to get this guy over? Is anybody taken seriously in the eyes of the fans if they lose fucking their second match in? It's stupid.
Once Andrade got himself suspended, they had no idea what they were doing with Roosh or Bandito.
I mean, give me a fuck. I mean, you got a fucking TNT title division right there waiting for you. The fuck you doing?
Yep.
Anyway, Bandito loses. Page is in the finals. I don't know who he's going to run. More than likely Ricky Starks. And then at the end of that, I think Ricky Starks wins the tournament. But like we said last week and like we said this week, what are they winning? An L. That's exactly what they're winning.
An L on national television.
Yep. Saraya was interviewed by Renee Paquette, and she said she never thought she'd see this moment. Saraya is sick of the back and forth with Britt Baker. She kept this very simple. She said she wants to be where the best is, and the best is in AEW. Britt, I'll see you at Full Gear. That's all she said there. Very quick and to the point. We've seen a quick video about Eddie Kingston and Ortiz's match coming up on Friday, which I'm actually excited about. I'm a big Takeshita guy, so Konosuke Takeshita is back with Jun Akiyama teaming with Takeshita. Jun Akiyama is somebody that Eddie Kingston has wanted to wrestle for a very long time. That is his dream match. Kingston said in 1998, Hiroshi Hase versus Jun Akiyama in the Tokyo Dome was the moment Eddie Kingston wanted to fight Akiyama, and he's waited this moment for his entire life. They are going to wrestle on Friday's Rampage. Should be a good match.
It's live, right?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's live. Death Stoned 4200. Who the fuck are you talking about? What a bunch of fucking crybabies. Get the fuck out. Get them out of here. Who's crying, bro? Do you see any fucking watery substance coming from my eye? Who the fuck is crying? Jesse, you crying? You're crying, bro.
I am now, man, because that guy made fun of me.
Oh, man. You made Jesse cry.
I'm going to...
Get him out! Making my co-host cry. Get him out!
Hurt my feelings, man.
Nobody's crying, bro. You're crying in my live stream chat. Fuck off. Goodbye.
I'm crying because I'm not playing Warzone right now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, not Warzone for me. Maybe DMZ for me, but
hey, what level you
at? 66.
Oh man. I'm fucking 70, bro.
You fucking virgin, no life geek, bro.
Oh yeah.
You're exactly the fucking people that MJF shits on, man.
You fucking prick.
Whatever, man. This shit goes away when Destiny's new season comes out. Anyway, Toni Storm versus Anna JAS. We got an eliminator match, bro. Anna J, man, she's going for the World Championship. This was supposed to be the Bunny. Apparently, Bunny wasn't cleared. Either way, it was a loss for no matter who was in there against Toni Storm. Most of this took place during the commercial break. Anna J didn't look bad. I don't know, bro. You know better than me, man. What'd you think?
Anna J never looks bad, bro.
I'm not. Listen, get your mind out of the gutter, okay? She doesn't look bad in a wrestling capacity. What'd you think of Anna J's performance?
I think Anna J was Anna J, man. I think I don't know how to say this without coming off as an asshole, but I'll just say it. I think Anna J has hit her wrestling ceiling for what we're gonna get from her.
Yeah,
and it's not a terrible thing. And her ceiling is perfectly fine and can still contribute to the division. I just think she'll be a solid mid-carder for the women's division going forward for AEW. She'll be fine.
Toni Storm, she was being beaten down during the commercial break. Long rest holds by Anna JAS during the commercial break. Storm hit a Des press, clothesline, and a fisherman suplex for 2. Jay was on the defense here. Storm hit Sweet Chic music that sent Jay to the outside. Jay came back, sending Storm into the steps, hit a facebuster on the floor, hit a facebuster back inside along with a super kick. She went for the Queen Slayer. Storm got free, hit a shotgun dropkick. Another Sweet Chic music. And Storm got on the Texas Cloverleaf, and Anna Jay tapped out. After the match, Jamie Hayter hit the ring. She came out, had a face-off, no physicality with Toni Storm. They held, or Toni Storm rather held up the title. They had a couple of words for each other. And Jamie Hayter shoved Toni Storm back, and that was it.
Why the fuck did she come out there?
Because they wanted you to remember that this match was actually happening on Saturday night.
She came out there, brought her 2 friends with her, came fucking stone cold BMF walking to that fucking ring, like, go out here and get in her face, and there was like an invisible barrier there where they couldn't, no one holding them back. Why is she out there? Why is she out there? Did someone stop them from getting at each other? Did someone pull them apart? They don't want to touch each other before the match. Fine. But she came storming down there with nothing stopping her.
Can someone please tell me what the story is here? See, I'm genuinely. What is the story here? What is the story between Toni Storm and Jamie Hayter outside of what Excalibur said that there were ex-roommates? What is the story here? Jesse doesn't have a fucking clue. He watches this shit every fucking week. I don't have a fucking clue. I watch this shit and do a podcast every fucking day, every week. I don't fucking know. What's the story?
This was a mime segment. They get to the ring and
should it be a great match? Of course. Jamie Hayter's great. Toni Storm is great. But what does it really mean in the grand scheme of things? They'll be given 10 to 12 minutes. Jamie Hayter will lose, and then goodbye. And the match will not be talked about after Saturday night, and we do the post show. It won't be talked about going into next Wednesday's show.
No. This should have been Jamie Hayter versus Jade Cargill. Jamie Hayter winning and taking that title and doing something with it, like defending it against her best friend, Britt Baker.
Yeah.
That would have been interesting. Toni Storm can then wait for Thunder Rosa so they get back so they can merge those titles. All right? Then they can go on and do two separate things. I don't know where this is going. And I'm not going to lie, I really, really, really don't care that much about it.
I don't know. Should be good, but other than that, it's fucking worthless. It's useless. No excitement.
No.
Same thing every fucking pay-per-view. Nothing surrounding the women's championship. It's just there. It's just on the show. Yeah, we got to get a match together. Let's put these two together. Jon Moxley, last segment of the night. By the way, AEW is going to London, England next year. Meltzer said around summer 2023, I may be going to London in the summer for this show, depending on where it is. And we're going to have one big fucking meet and greet, and we're going to have old fashions and cold beverages. Okay? Maybe. Got to see what's going on. So you got to see where the fucking the finances are by the time next year rolls around.
Maybe the London crowd would be a little bit more livelier than the Connecticut crowd.
I mean, I hope so. Connecticut, no wonder fucking people. No wonder people don't live in Connecticut or don't like living in Connecticut.
Where are they going? Are they going to go to the O2?
Smog-filled fucking dump is Connecticut.
Are they going to lease the O2? Where are they going to go, man?
I don't know. Jon Moxley.
They need something huge.
They'll probably do. Doesn't he own a stadium out there?
Probably
go there. I don't know. Jon Moxley made his ring entrance. He said that he is the best pro wrestler on the planet, talks shit and backs it up. He says he has researched MJF and realized he is a good singer. He also said he learned he is exactly one win away, or he has one win in AEW the last 6 months. He beat my young boy, actually. He said he took a vacation after some embarrassing... That young boy, by the way, is Wheeler Yuta. He said he took a vacation after some embarrassing Brian Pillman-like stuff. He said then someone handed his ass a poker chip in the worst ending to a ladder match I have ever seen. Shoot. He said now he's cashed it in for the world title. That's where we are right now. So forgive me if I'm not exactly shaking in my boots. Said MJF shows a perfectly curated version of himself to the fans, but he sees a kid playing the role of a pro wrestler. Nervous he won't live up to the hype. He said fans will see something very special at Full Gear. Said MJF isn't challenging him. He is challenging MJF to show him something. He asked him to show him why everyone thinks he's the future of the industry. Out comes Stokely Hathaway, Lee Moriarty, and the rest of the firm. They attacked Mox and held Regal off. MJF walks out. He took out each member of the firm like he was fucking the Incredible Hulk. He kicked Morrissey below the belt. Ethan Page mistakenly kicked Morrissey. MJF kicked Ethan in the balls, and then he played to the crowd, which was a very mixed response. Very indifferent was this Connecticut crowd to MJF. Nobody knows if he's a heel or a babyface or what to do when it comes to MJF. MJF told the firm to get out of Connecticut before he shoves his boot up Hathaway's ass. MJF said he saved Moxley because he doesn't want any member of his pissant fan club making excuses when he beats him at Full Gear. No Dynamite Diamond ring necessary. So you know you're going to see the Dynamite Diamond ring on Saturday night. He's gotten Regal's face, and then he said his goal when he got into pro wrestling was to become the best pro wrestler in the world. He told Moxley he knows he's in for the fight of his life, but he's not the same person Mox faced the first time that they went at it for the world title. He says he can make him bleed buckets and break his bones, but he won't stop. He said he needs that AEW belt more than he needs water, food, and oxygen. He said when he holds, or when you hold that AEW title, that makes you the best wrestler on God's green earth, and it is my time. He says he heard Mox last week tell him he isn't the devil. He said the best trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world he didn't exist. There you go. There's the clue that's going to hopefully unravel at Full Gear. He'll find out on Saturday that he is the devil himself. He then tried to close with his catchphrase, but Mox took the microphone away from him. Moxie said, I never really saw what the big deal is with you anyway, but this weekend at Full Gear, you're going to find out. He told him if MJF doesn't find it himself, he's going to reach in and pull it out of him because it is my job. Shoot. He asked MJF if it's Saturday or Sunday. He mistakenly said Sunday. MJF said it's Saturday. Mox then said the training wheels come off at Full Gear, and William Regal was standing in between them as the show went off the air. I mean,
Regal is going to hand MJF the ring.
You think so, huh?
Regal is going to give MJF the ring to use on Moxley. Yeah. That'd be the best way to do the turn right there.
Well, I hope you're correct, to be honest with you. I think we need something here. I think we need to solidify MJF as a heel. I don't know how we go about that. William Regal feels like he hasn't had enough time in the Blackpool Combat Club, but does he really need to be with the Blackpool Combat Club?
It's not going anywhere.
No.
It's not. It could be going somewhere. They can be doing a whole lot of shit with it, but they're not. So
it's going to be interesting. Like I said, I hope Full Gear. Listen, this has been very much mid-gear, okay? They're coasting into Full Gear. Nothing seems overly exciting. I feel like Tony Khan is on autopilot. I do feel for Tony Khan at the end of the day that plans that he had months ago, I'm sure, are now ruined because of what happened at All Out. And right now he's operating on plan C, B, D, E, F, G, H, I, whatever the fuck the case is. But it is something that I hope is a reset on Saturday night. And we get, whatever Tony Khan had planned when MJF won the title, whatever we thought of then, hopefully we get it moving forward, because right now it does feel like everything just seems like blah. I don't know. And I'm not the only one that feels that way. I mean, you go watch Solid Monster. It's in the fucking title of his video. Solid Monster's a very intelligent guy. He said the same thing. It feels like fucking mid-gear. It feels like not so full gear. It's not full. It's half full.
Yeah. No, I agree, man. You normally get a more of a I can't wait for this pay-per-view feeling when AEW pay-per-views come up.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to watch this pay-per-view and I'm going to enjoy it, I'm sure. But I don't have that feeling that I can't wait for this pay-per-view feeling.
Hopefully listen, it's going to be a great show, no doubt about it. But I feel like they could have done a lot better. And hopefully we do see a lot better when we get to next week's Dynamite. But I appreciate you guys hanging out with us, man. I have a problem. I only see 704 likes, and there's 2,000 people in the OTS venue. Why?
I don't know.
What is with the stinginess of the likes? If you're in here, all you got to do is hit the fucking thumbs up. Seriously.
Guys, if you hit the thumbs up, then AEW programming will get better. True story.
I mean, if you hit the thumbs up, Toni Storm's going to show up on your doorstep. And not mine.
If you hit the thumbs up, maybe JD's Call of Duty rank will be higher than mine.
Maybe.
Oh, wait. No, that's not going to happen.
Maybe.
Sorry.
Don't worry. I got light level on you in Destiny. Don't worry about it.
Who plays Destiny?
No,
Destiny's
I do. Every day.
Destiny's the impact of first-person shooters right now.
Anyway, guys, hit that thumbs up. 1,000 likes minimum. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button down below. Turn on the bell for notifications. I uploaded an extra. I don't know if you guys like the new format of the extras, man. We're going with big stories only. So we talked about Gunther and Vince McMahon burying Gunther and sending him back down to NXT on yesterday's show. Today was all about Sasha Banks. Sasha Banks is not going to AEW, guys. Mercedes is not going to AEW. So you guys can get that narrative out of your foggy minds. But I do think Mercedes is going to wrestle in Japan and then go back to WWE. That's just my take.
Bro, Issa's at the fucking airport.
Yeah.
Feeding Roman in a fucking cup while he's in a bag.
Yeah.
What the fuck is wrong with her?
I don't know.
I hope you're listening, Issa.
Issa's
great.
great.
What's wrong with you?
Anyway, guys, hit that thumbs up. Super chats are open. We're going to get them on in now. We're going to go through the super chats now. And also memberships, man. Get them on in. You guys are in for a treat if you become a member. So get those emotes and get those badges next to your name. And also go check out Lucharillas. in collaboration with Off the Script. This fine t-shirt is now available on lucharillos.com. Just type in JD from NY or Off the Script into the search box, and you are on your way to buying a great new design, only available for 3 weeks. So make sure you guys go and get that and pick up your new t-shirt today. And I got new ideas for t-shirts coming in the weeks to come, as well as we are prepping my mother's basement as the new extension to the OTS venue, bro. We're having a speakeasy underneath the venue. It's going to be great. Anyway, let's run through these super chats. Number 1, we're going to start at the top. We're going to do Joseph Taylor, $5 super chat. JD, Jesse, your top 5 Randy Orton matches. Bro, I'm going to have to think about it. I'm going to have to get back to you, bro. I'm going to take a rant check.
I'm trying to think of my favorite one Randy Orton match.
Mick Foley.
I don't know. I got to think about that too.
Undertaker. John Cena. Triple H.
No. My favorite Orton match?
Edge.
Christian.
Chris,
Money in the
yes,
Bank.
yes. What an underrated fucking title program that was, man. Holy shit.
Yes. That's my favorite Randy Orton match.
There you go. Joseph Taylor with a $3 super chat. The Elite vs. Death Triangle, 5-star match. Should be. Lord Jake Coyle with a $2 super chat. Bridgeport, Connecticut gets 2 thumbs down. Absolutely, bro. You're being generous with only 2 thumbs down, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Tony Brown with a $1.99. He says, got my lick her license. Oh, my goodness. Tony Brown, get your mind out of the gutter, bro.
Oh, no. I hope Issa's not bringing Roman to the media scrum.
Maybe she is.
No. You don't want his teeth knocked out.
David Singfield with a $5 super chat. AJ, the great podcast. I believe Elite was producing shows because since they left, the shows have been blah. You may be right, bro. I don't know. I don't know what their position is backstage.
Good point.
It's a good point. Omega Khan with a $50 super chat. Just want to show my appreciation. My heart has no damage. Close to 100% healthy, and my birthday is this weekend. Thank you, JD and Jesse and OTS for being there. Just being alive to see 35 is a great gift for me. Just stay awesome, OTS. Omega Khan, you are getting a round of applause, brother, for that. That is excellent news.
Awesome.
Love it. Prayer emojis for Omega Khan in the chat, everybody. P-Mac with a $10 super chat. Well, Julia Hart, Sky Blue, can have a 5-star match like Sasha Bailey. Love Jade, but she says some of the dumbest things. The whole AEW ladies locker room can have a 5-star match, giving the chance. Ha. Bro, I don't think there's anybody in that locker room that can deliver a 5-star match on the regular, outside of maybe 1 or 2 women.
Hi, Brittany.
Do you want to know who I think could deliver a 5-star match? Toni Storm, Serena Deeb, Athena. There's 3, right? I'm gonna include Sheeta in there, and maybe Jamie Hayter. 5 women.
Okay.
Sorry, Brett.
Sorry. Hi, Brittany.
Maybe a 4. So, she brought a 5-star. Not really a 5-star. 4-star match with Thunder Rosa, right? First one.
Didn't they get 5 stars?
Did they? I don't know. Did Meltzer get 5?
I think they did.
Well, there you go. Maybe
So
I'm wrong. I don't know.
I mean, you can't have a 5-star match by yourself. So Thunder Rosa, Britt Baker, but Serena Deeb. God, all day long.
Nick Williams with the 7 months. Thank you, brother. Jesus, it's been 7 months already. My goodness. Almost a year being a regular here. Thank you guys for making me welcomed to the OTS family. Yeah, brother, listen, man. You're a VIP in my book, brother. Thank you so much. Mike NY with a $2 super chat. MJF pulling rock. Survivor Series 98 turn. Maybe. But let's not compare MJF to The Rock, okay? No need. Brandon Hudgens with a 3-month. No message. Thank you, Brandon. Hockey fan, once again, a hockey nerd fan with a $100 super chat. Thank you again, brother. I appreciate you very much. Nick Williams also with a $100 bomb. Thank you, gentlemen. VIPs are both. Hollywood guy with a $5 super chat. One question. Why is there a ranking system if you can get title shots by just beating the champ? That is WWE booking. Bro, I don't think they've updated their ranking system since August.
Yeah, I think they quit.
They quit that.
They admitted failure in the ranking system.
Gavin Deeth with an Australian $5 super chat. Do you think the NWA Lucky 7 rule would work for the TNT and TBS titles given the importance in both titles? Listen, man, I think the Lucky 7 rule is pretty good. Meaning that you win 7 straight matches as TNT champion, and if you want a title shot at the world title, you can give up your title for a number 1 contendership for the world title. I think that kind of works in some capacity. But I don't know if AEW would adopt that and do that with the TNT title. I don't know. It could work if they wanted it to, but I don't know. Jaxo. DT needs to win the match versus the Elite, and the Elite do not need the Trios Championships. I agree. Jaxo with a $10 super chat. Tony Khan has booked himself into a corner with the TNT Championship match since none of them in that match can lose. Yeah. You know who's going to lose. Will Hobbs is going to lose. And he's going to be pinned by Wardlow. Edmund Van Buren with a $4.99. If you put Omega in a singles match against MJF, who wins? Because MJF should have the belt, and can Omega take an L and still look strong? Of course he can. It's fucking Omega.
Yeah.
And it's MJF.
So, Meltzer gave Brittany and Thunder Rosa 4.7 stars.
There you go. Almost. Almost, bro.
It seems like he just wanted to be sure to say, you didn't give me a 5-star match.
Almost. Hey, listen, man, keep trying.
Not quite there yet. Not quite there yet.
Al Fuen with 5,000 in Chilean pesos. JD Jesse, thanks for all the support. Sadly, my mother passed away last Monday. I'm grateful for the OTS family. Wish you the best, everyone. Everybody, every single one in the chat, man. Throw up those prayer emojis for Al Fuen. Thoughts and prayers with you, brother. Ricardo Nunez with a $20 super chat. JD, do you remember the match AR Fox and Strickland had in Lucha Underground? Yes, I do. I forgot the name of the match, but it was fucking crazy. Hopefully, it can still be seen somewhere. I'm sure you can watch Lucha Underground on a paid subscription service somewhere, bro. Tubi, maybe, or one of them non-existent ones.
Lucha Underground needs to come back, bro.
That shit was great.
That was great. Well, all their stars are in AEW now, though.
Yeah.
Ooh, what about a Lucha Underground faction? AEW. Then we can have ROH versus AEW versus Lucha Underground.
No, thank you.
Okay, next super chat.
Richard H with a 5-month. Is it just me, or does MJF also look completely miserable in the current booking of his character? Looks more like MJF on the podcasts that we see than in the ring. Yeah.
I wouldn't say he looks miserable. I say he looks uncomfortable because this is not his natural element.
Yeah. Jaxo with the $10 super chat. This Jade and Nyla feud is trash, and we all know Nyla is going to lose. Yes. What you said, Jaxo. Ulysses is getting oozy with a $5 super chat. I personally think since Tony Khan took full control and took power away from the Elite and Cody left, it ain't been as great as it was and could be. It's not by coincidence, man, that when Cody left, things have kind of gone downhill. And maybe the Elite were a little bit more of a factor than we all realized. Because the shows have definitely not been as good with them gone.
If they start to pick up after this Saturday, we definitely know why.
Yeah. Ulysses, $10 super chat. Wrestling in general the last 2 months has been unexciting for me personally speaking. Besides MJF, Seth Rollins, The Bloodline, War Games, and looking at EO's fine physique, it's nothing must watch to me.
Fucking EO, man.
Yeah. Yeah, man, I sense it in the community too, man. The live stream audiences have gone down. The video views have gone down. We just need WrestleMania season to pick back up, bro. It comes in waves. It is what it is. Everybody goes through a fucking slow, point. Joseph Taylor with a $2 super chat. Jade would get exposed by Bianca Belair. Yes, she would. Eder Augustamar with a $4 super chat. AJD Jesse, keep doing the great work. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you, man. Donald Kakza $19.99 super chat. No message. Thank you, Donald. And Donald becomes a new member. Thank you, Donald. What the fuck are you drinking, Donald? Thank you, man. Stephen Vandelli, my boy Stephen Vandelli here. $20 super chat. Imagine following a wrestler from day one to becoming a huge fan of theirs and finally getting to see that wrestler live in a BK Wrestling, in a match for the first time, and they get hurt. Sending healing vibes out to Abaddon. Well, Vandelli, what this tells me is that you're a bad omen.
He jinxed Abaddon.
You jinxed Abaddon, bro. I seen that picture too, man. That was good, man. I was happy for you, man. I said to myself, look at this fucking guy, man. Vandelli beating Abaddon. Bro, did she know who you were?
Oh, he got a picture with her?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, she almost ate his face too.
Oh, is it on Twitter? Is it on Twitter?
Yeah, it's on his Twitter, yeah.
All right, I'm gonna look it up right now.
Omni Entertainment with a $10 super chat. If Tony wants praise for standing up for a new pro wrestling company, fine. But don't forget that there was this little company called TNA ran by another wrestling fan and Dixie Carter. TK, hire a booker. Yes, he needs to hire a creative team.
He should. He really, really, really should.
Alcora, Strangely Lee, $4.99 super chat. Hey, JD, will you wish my father, Roy, a happy birthday? Also ask Tanea why she's scared to take an L. Much love to the tribal chief of the IWC. Roy, happy fucking birthday, and I hope your beverage is extra ice cold. And Tanea, don't be scared of taking L's, man. Don't be like Jade, please. Just take an L and accept it, okay?
That's an awesome pick, Vandelli. And he said they knew who he was. That's awesome, man.
Excellent.
Congrats.
American rock star Patrick Palmer with a 5-month super chat. I don't know if this can work, but can we start a hashtag TK hire a booker? No. No, I will not start such hashtags. I may get called out by others in the company. I don't want to do that. Oh, you can't have an opinion. Brandon Oak. Oh, no, not Brandon Oak. Branch Oak. $1.99 super chat. Who would in a match with Jesse versus Larry who would win in a match? Jesse versus Larry the dog. I mean, I'm going absolutely with Larry.
I'm not fighting Larry. I got my own dog to whoop Larry's ass. My fucking dog will eat Larry, dude.
Larry is a beast, bro. From what I was told.
German Shepherd will eat Larry and shit him out.
Blue Lantern says Goldberg is Mount Rushmore. No, he is absolutely not.
Yeah.
Fuck out of here.
Okay.
Sarit Mohunti with a 179. I don't know what type of currency this is, but thank you, Sarit. Any New Japan stars surprise entrances in the Royal Rumble? No. Now, Jay White will not be in the Royal Rumble. I've seen this fake Royal Rumble line sheet going around. Man, you guys are gullible, man. This thing had CM Punk in the Royal Rumble. Are you fucking serious? The only believable thing that was on this fake line sheet was Cody Rhodes winning the Royal Rumble, which I can absolutely see.
Yeah, Cody's winning and going to fucking Monday Night Raw, man.
Joseph Taylor with a $3 super chat. I can see Riho and Serena having a 5-star match.
You say Riho?
Riho.
You sure he didn't misspell Sheeta?
No, he said Riho.
Sure it's not a typo? He meant Sheeta.
No. He said Riho. R-I-H-O. Riho.
Let me check my autocorrect. Because Riho might come out Sheeta by... wait a minute. That makes no sense. I think he meant Sheeta, bro. I think he meant Sheeta. Confirm. He meant Sheeta.
Mega Haogi with a $10 super chat. Looking forward to watching you on Monday and Wednesdays, JD. The fact that all of the buildup from all meant nothing and everything has been on the fly. It has hurt AEW. Hopefully the elites can help. Everything feels on the fly, bro. There's no sense of urgency in the company.
Do we get BTE back now?
Maybe.
Jesus Christ, man.
I'm sure they have plenty of content.
Yeah.
Richard with a $2 super chat. Next, we need a Chi-Town Rilla shirt. 5 tacos. Well, maybe. I don't know. I don't know who's going to buy a Jesse t-shirt, but maybe someday in the future.
Hey. Somebody would. I don't know.
And Bushi Clementine with the final super chat. $5 super chat. If I give a like, will Jesse's Tacos actually be good? For real, though. Enjoy your evening and have a great night. Thank you, Bushi.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Bushi. Guys, we are about to get out of here, man. We are about to head out and hit the highway, and I'm about to jump on some Modern Warfare 2 and continue leveling up my Battle Pass. Because I have a couple hours before I actually get sleepy. And maybe I'll make myself a nice gin and tonic. I don't know.
How many pages did you open up?
How many pages of what?
Of the Battle Pass.
I didn't know there were multiple pages.
Not the pages, but the segment, the piece.
Oh, well, I had 60 some odd coins for pre-ordering the game, so I opened up like 4 or 5 of them.
Yeah, that's what I did too.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, next time you see me, man, depending on the news, I may be back with an extra tomorrow. We'll see what's going on. Other than that, you'll see me back on Friday, and then Jesse will be with me live on Saturday for the Full Gear review. Hopefully we don't, I'm sure we'll be going live around midnight because that's usually what Tony Khan does, but Jesse will be with me on the post-show Saturday, and you'll see me live on Friday. Make sure you guys follow me.
If I'm in a good mood and it's a good show, maybe I'll give away some PlayStation 5 raffle tickets.
Maybe. I don't know. We'll see.
Right here on this show.
Well, make sure you guys follow me on social media at JDfromNY 206. That's Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Cameo. Go follow Jesse, Chi-Town Smart on Twitter. Hit that subscribe button down below. Turn on the bell for all notifications. Thank you guys for the super chat love. Thank you for the new members and the recommitments to the VIP club. And go check out today's extra, man. Really, really cool stuff about Sasha Banks. I think you guys will get a kick out of it. And I'll give you guys my opinion on where Mercedes is going to end up before she inevitably goes back to the WWE. But I'm going to need those ace emojis in the chat. I'm going to need those rock on emojis in the chat. And I'm going to need, when you hear that guitar solo come on, I'm going to need that music on max. Guys, if no extra tomorrow, you'll see me back live on Friday for SmackDown right here on Off the Script. I'll see you guys later.